Stand by for the MJ Morning Show.
MJ Morning Show. Rock and roll. Showtime.
What's up? Tuesday, MJ Morning Show, MJ and the crew, 6:01. And Fester just wandering in. So, guys, my request that everyone's here, for at least a little, breath before the beginning of the show. I guess everyone's not heeding that, but...
aren't y'all heating?
I mean, I a river.
What, say it again?
Cry me a river.
File an HR complaint, okay?
You just can't respect a simple request that you're not walking in as I'm opening the program. You just can't respect.
I'm sitting in the morning show office,
then
listening to you play the intro to this song, jamming the last remnants of my McGriddle down my face.
And jamming to Gloria.
And Gloria.
First 45 seconds of Gloria.
Jamming my McGriddle down my face, trying not to get little syrup pouches on my shirt.
Yeah.
And here I am expected to come to work on time. Wow. Not easy, man. Not easy. Good morning, MJ.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? All right, so today's the day that we have to alter our drive home. Has that actually occurred? Because sometimes they'll make the statement or they'll post what is supposed to happen on a particular day, and then they don't always do it. So I am going to test it later on. This is a test. This is only an MJ Morning Show test. All right, so here's the deal. The Florida Department of Transportation, they announced that they're closing 4th Street just north of 119th. Now, is that right at the 7-Eleven, or is it just past the 7-Eleven, I think?
It's a little north of that, so the last apartment complex is included in the southbound traffic.
All right, so here's the deal. With the whole new Howard Franklin Bridge deal, and of course, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you've been on 275. the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Nope, never heard of it.
Spanning Tampa Bay, bridging Hillsborough and Pinellas counties. And they're building a new bridge. They're building a brand new southbound bridge. The current newer southbound, that will become the northbound. And then the current northbound, they blow that up. Or that's the plan, is to try to, dismantle the whole damn thing. It's got to be a project as well. So they're building, obviously, the new bridge because the current northbound, the lower of the two bridges, that is like beyond its lifespan. Because that opened up, they started building that in the late 50s. I think it opened up in, 1961 or something, or 62. Whatever the story is, don't hold me to that. So they're building the bridge, and there's all this ancillary crap with the new Howard Franklin Bridge that they're building. And, of course, the 4th Street exit going southbound, that's been closed for like a year and a half. And then today, they're closing the northbound entrance from 4th Street. That's been open. So they're closing that because they're rebuilding that whole little bridge right before you get on. So that's closing today, and that's the way we all go home.
So we're just going to have to take MLK, right?
Well,
that's it.
That is the plan. Or helicopter.
That would work
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah. Or what's that story out in California, the Flying Jet Man?
Oh, jetpack.
That's
right?
what is Flying Jet Man, and the claim is that there are planes that have been on approach, getting ready to land or taking off from LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, and pilots claim they see some guy at 5,000 feet with a jetpack, some jetpack dude.
5,000 feet.
Which,
Whoa, that's up there.
Listen, I don't know if that's real. There have been numerous theories that it's like a balloon that looks like a guy with a jetpack. Yeah.
You put up an inflatable or something?
I don't know what the hell the deal is. But listen, when you're traveling, a couple of 100 miles an hour,
The hell?
you're flying by that thing pretty quickly. Froggy, you never heard of this?
I haven't heard of the jetpack man that you see in the air flying 5,000 feet. That would be horrifying to me.
I mean, horrifying if you hit him. Otherwise you're fine. But no, Froggy, look up LAX pilot jetpack man, and you'll see 15 different incidences in the last decade.
And there was last year and a half. And then,
which would be in the last decade.
And then, okay.
In
the last 100 years.
In the last millennia.
Yes.
In the last 2 years.
Well, I believe there was another sighting in just the last couple of weeks.
Now that you say that, though, I could see why people were thinking this might just be a dummy, because he looks so puffy. Whatever kind of suit he's wearing is very puffy. So maybe it's not a human.
Maybe he's about to explode from the pressure up there.
Well, this shouldn't be that much pressure at 5,000 feet. But and the exploding pressure would be more below the sea versus up in the atmosphere. But, yeah, jetpack, man, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a jetpack, and I'm just going to jet right across Tampa Bay instead of driving.
Why don't we have those by now? It seems like we've been watching the Jetsons.
Yeah,
when we were
flying
kids.
cars.
We should have that stuff
we're
by
supposed
now.
to have flying cars, right?
Yeah.
And all that crap. All right, so, yeah, even though they say that 4th Street's going to be closed at 119th, I'm going to have to test that a little later on. I want to see how good those barricades are.
Oh, by good, you mean you're just going to visibly see them, or you're going to plow through them?
Yeah. Like, are they in
How good are those barricades?
I'm not going to plow through them. I just want to see that it really is closed, and they're not like yanking our crank.
You got your Dukes of Hazzard horn going?
Just getting rolling here. We got morons in the news on the way. Festa, you've got problems with your vehicles in the family. We got to talk about that story. There's a
brand new vehicle. What are you talking about?
Well, there's a story.
It's a situation.
There's a situation. Yeah, Fester's got his 2004 Lincoln Town Car, and then, of course, Fester's wife just got that brand new Tesla Model Y, And of course, I'm asking why.
Why?
Yeah,
She likes it.
I'm not into the whole Elon Musk thing, man. There's just a screw loose in that guy's head. All right, hang on. Back. Did you see he's laughing and posting pictures of him laughing at the whole Twitter debacle?
He's right.
All right, hold on. Back in a second. Don't move. You know, you miss a moment of this show, and well, you're probably better off. All right, hang on. Back in a second on the MJ morning.
Honest.
All right, back in a second on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, let's talk. MJ Morning Show, MJ and the crew here, 6:20 here on Tuesday, and I'm going to do everything possible not to be that ugly American tourist when I travel to Europe in, I don't know, what, 10 days or so? What's today? Today's the
You're traveling
12th.
again? You're such a little. You're basically turning into a Kardashian.
Dude, it's summertime. I generally take a couple of weeks in the summer. I took a week back in June, and I'm taking a week at the end of July. I'm not taking diddly squat in the month of August. So what's your problem, dude?
Where are you diving now?
I'm not diving. We're going to France to meet the kids and pick them up. And
Oh, they're done. She's almost done out there, huh?
yeah, so Chloe will be at the end of this month in France for 2 months. She left in, late May, early June? So all of June and then all of July studying French at the Sorbonne in Paris, in Paris. Yeah, she's...
Looks like she was at a rave the other night.
No, she wasn't.
She put up an Instagram video and she was like...
She was in Ibiza. She just went.
She was like jamming.
Do that again, please.
She was like dancing with all her girlfriends, and I'm like, "What? That doesn't look like studying."
Hold on a minute. Are you serious?
Yeah, look at her Instagram.
Hold on a minute.
Maybe she hides those stories from you.
Wait a minute. You know what? I probably should check my kids' social media a little more.
Especially when they're in France on your dime.
Oh, are you going to collect money from them?
Wait, he's looking at Instagram right now.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Which one?
What are you talking about? I don't see.
It was an Instagram story. It went away.
Oh, it was a story.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
Because I do look at her.
They don't store stories anywhere in here?
No, I think the stories disappear. That's why they posted on there.
Oh, dude, she was raw. It looked like she was at Ibiza.
What is that? Like Instagram's version of Snapchat? What is that?
Yeah.
I guess
kinda.
so.
Really?
Looked like she was having a good time. I'm just kidding. It wasn't a rave. It was just like she was at a
Oh,
bar
well, why do you
or
got to
club.
scare me? Why do you tell me? Why you got to make me
I
think
just
she's...
saw her pop a couple pills.
Well, don't you stop it. I'm
just-
She had a glow stick in her mouth and a beret.
Stop it. Cut
She
the-
looked like she was having fun with her
Yeah,
friends.
her
Cut the
eyes were
crap.
very dilated.
Anyway, so all right, well, now you're jumping on the. Oh, you gonna tell
Stop
me
it.
what? Like she was neck deep in foam?
I saw her. She had an LSD page the size of a
All
loose
right,
leaf.
all right. Listen,
She's biting it.
Hey, my daughter's an athlete. She
I'm
doesn't.
kidding.
She doesn't do illegal drugs. All right, cut the
Absolutely
crap.
not. Good for her though.
She was in Amsterdam over the weekend, though.
Oh, maybe that explains the party.
Well, because her boyfriend. God, I don't want to think about it, but I guess she is going to be 21 next month in
Is that
August.
that really good-looking guy she posts with?
Yeah, that's her boyfriend.
Man, handsome guy.
What are you attracted?
I mean, it must be easy. It's just being a good-looking guy must be so easy.
It's not. It's not that easy. I'm looking at a picture of him right now. He's a very good looking man. And I'm amazed, having you as a father, that she's going for such tall guys.
He is
I noticed
very
he was
tall.
very tall.
This is like 6'4".
You're gonna have to look up to him when you meet him.
All right, so he's from the Netherlands, right?
Oh man. That's
Oh,
like my-
really? He's
Yeah.
foreign?
That's like my third least favorite European
So
country.
she met him over there?
No,
Okay.
no. He goes to Chloe's University in New Hampshire.
Oh, that's cool.
He played, I don't know, he played one of the sports at University in New Hampshire.
Badminton
No,
In Belgium, we play a lot of chess.
and Bruce.
No,
Polo. He plays polo.
he's
it
on the
looks like.
bowling team, okay?
Chloe, do you know anything about the bowling?
All right,
Does it sound like Elon Musk?
so they met at UNH. That's where, he goes, she goes. And, of course, Chloe over in France for 2 months this summer. He's back for the summer in Amsterdam. And
Oh, that works.
that's the deal. So,
Chloe, come to Amsterdam and meet me.
well, please, what is that accent?
I want you to meet my family, Chloe. I love you so much.
Chloe, lie to your daddy and get him to pay for a trip for 2 months to France, and we can
All right.
have the summer to
Well,
ourselves.
listen,
Yes, I want to be alone.
it's like a 3-hour train ride from Paris to Amsterdam. So last weekend, she, I guess, went to Amsterdam on a 3-hour train ride. Anyway, where the hell was I?
I don't know, but-
I got to talk about I said
You're not going to be a bad tourist.
I'm not going to be the ugly American tourist. So the deal is that, and then Froggy starts busting me on
You're
going
traveling again,
on
yeah.
traveling again.
I don't mind.
I'm taking 2 weeks this summer.
Do you ever just chill out at home?
You know, a lot of times in the summertime, I've taken 3 weeks. A lot of times I've taken 2 back-to-back weeks, and then I'll take a single week. This summer, I'm only taking 2 weeks. All right.
Good for you.
So we are going to collect the kids because Julian is doing a photography camp, really good course, in the Rhone Valley.
Now, he looks like he's studying.
Now, both of them are done at the same time, and that's why Michelle said, hey, why don't we just hop over to France, do a little family summer vacation right as we pick up the kids after they're done with their courses, and that's what we're doing. So we're heading over to pick up the kids, enjoy a little family time together in Paris, then we're coming back.
I'm just jealous. I've never been to Europe.
You were in Ireland.
Oh, that's Europe?
Ireland is in Europe.
That's right, it is. I was in Europe.
Dude,
so I'm with you, bro. I can relate.
You're a wreck.
I'm a traveler.
Hey, the good news is, you know that the dollar is on par. The dollar has parity with the euro now. Usually the euro was like 25, 30, 35% more, 50% more than the dollar. Right now it's 1 for 1, the euro and
you
the
don't have to
dollar.
do math.
Does that explain why I legit, besides MJ, have like 12 friends who are going to Europe this summer?
Maybe so.
You know what? That's a thing.
Hey, guys, we are flying over there, right? It's costing us $17 each way. All right.
You're going to buy a piece of property?
Our hotel is $8 a night.
Dude, that place is real cheap.
This whole vacation is costing us like $212.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
they have continental breakfast for that price?
The whole damn thing.
Throw 2 zeros in the back of it and I'll believe you.
$8 a night.
What?
Wheat. That's 8 in French.
Whatever.
You gotta get used to
That's right. You know 5
switch your-
words in French. So yeah. That's
Wheat.
I do.
They're going to bring you a stock of wheat.
Yeah, she has 5 words and 2 of them can get her pregnant.
Yes, Andrew.
Yes, I have images in my head of you and the movie European Vacation.
Right.
Oh,
Hey.
God, with the beret.
Oh, hold on? Did you see that on my Instagram? So Chloe and Julian, they posted a picture at night with the Eiffel Tower in the back, kind of an upshot. They posted it, right? I took their photo and I put it on my Instagram at Certified Todd Schnitt. And then a good friend of mine, Mark, he then took the image of the Griswolds at the Eiffel Tower in European Vacation.
Oh, gotcha.
He cut out the kids and put Chloe and Julie and my kids right next to Clark and what was the wife's name in European Vacation? You know,
Little Sparky was up there.
Beverly D'Angelo's her real name, but what is her name?
Ellen. Clark and Ellen.
Clark and Ellen. And then my kids are right next to Clark and Ellen.
awesome.
There it is.
Doesn't the beret fly off in the movie?
Yeah, but my friend didn't do as good a Photoshop job because you can still see some of the purple haze.
Did you yell at him about that?
Yeah,
No, not Jimi Hendrix, but there's a little bit. There's a little bit of purple behind them.
Yeah.
Excuse me, friend that did this for free, but can you fix this? This is outrageous.
Anyway, hey, if you haven't seen this, listen, you should be following my Instagram because you have no idea what's going to pop up on there. So my Instagram is Certified Todd Schnitt. Give me a follow. If you're on Instagram, give me a follow. Yeah, the encounter, the aftermath of my dog with the Bufo toad, that video's up there. Oh, I've got a Bufo toad update. Actually, 2 Bufo updates coming up. Anyway, I am not going to be the ugly American tourist. Guys, I'm trying to get to this story, but you've derailed me. So when we get over to Paris, I'm not going to be the ugly tourist. Did you see that a U.S. tourist, a 23-year-old, went on a forbidden path at Mount Vesuvius in Italy? And he dropped his cell phone into the crater. And then he went to retrieve it, and then he fell into the crater.
Oh, God, what an idiot.
That's
According to Newsweek, a U.S. tourist fell into Mount Vesuvius in Italy after taking a forbidden route to the summit. 23-year-old had been on a visit to the volcano with relatives. This happened on July 9th. When the incident occurred, this is according to a Roman news website, the man lost his balance, fell several feet into the crater after he and his family had taken a route to the summit, which is not permitted for tourists.
Oh, man.
Then emergency services rescued the guy. They treated him for slight injuries. It's not exactly what the injuries were, but he wasn't permanently damaged.
Did he get his phone back?
Yeah, right. That's the most important part of the whole story.
The man and his family were cited by police along with 2 other visitors as they took the prohibited route to the summit. the route was marked as being out of bounds and dangerous. And of course, Mount Vesuvius is an active volcano.
When was the last time it blew? I mean, back in Pompeii?
Well, 79 AD, by the way. That's, dude, 79 AD, that's the famous eruption.
Yeah,
There's still frozen people?
I'll take my chances walking a volcano on a forbidden path.
Have you seen the one of the guy that was like self-manipulating? He was tubing himself during when that happened, and he's frozen doing that?
No, I didn't see that.
He is. He's like this.
Anyway, the last eruption, I believe, was during World War II.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 1944 was the last eruption.
I think people go on vacation, think nothing bad can happen to them, and they can just do crazy stuff.
Yeah, but you realize that the volcanic soil of Vesuvius, the ash and the volcanics, that's what brings us the famous San Marzano tomato, which I make my pomodoro sauce with. Certified DOP San Marzano tomatoes.
Yes.
Isn't that area of Italy also famous for limoncello?
No, that would be the Amalfi Coast.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe.
And orange jelly.
Isn't that part of Italy also famous for Chef Boyardee?
And I might be wrong about that. Why don't you look that up?
Okay.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee is from Mount Vesuvius. He fell into trying to retrieve his his Victrola. Yeah, so come on, stop, dumb American tourists, stop giving us a bad name.
Hey.
All right, just getting rolling here on a Tuesday. We're back in a second. I haven't even touched on the real morons in the news. We'll do so next on the MJ Morning Show. Don't move. Hey, if you're waking. Play this hoping in these hot summer months that this studio would feel like a meat locker truck, like in the Goodfellas scene where, yeah,
Carbone?
dude, Carbone, right?
Carbone, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the freezer.
Yeah, he was in the hanging next to the sides of beef, right?
Hey, it's my mother-in-law's
Yeah.
car. It's under her name. Hey, listen.
That's right.
What's the matter with you?
The pink Cadillac, right?
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. It's not under my name.
Yeah, the kids found them underneath the elevated train, right?
Oh, I gotta watch it again.
It's 6. I can never watch Goodfellas enough. All right, 6:41. It is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, I mentioned last segment, like, hey, everyone needs to follow my Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave it out, right?
Did you not?
I did not. I don't
That's
think I
a
did.
shame.
Yeah, that's a damn. Certified Todd Schnitt.
You did it now.
Yeah, I saw 37 people did follow me, but it should have been like 137. No,
Oh.
seriously.
I would like to report that nobody followed Certified Fester Schnitt, my MJ mocking page.
Yeah, Fester's mocking Instagram. Yeah, don't follow that. Follow me on Instagram, Certified Todd Schnitt. That's the word certified and then my real name, TODDSCHN, as in November, ITT. Certified Todd Schnitt. All right, early morons in the news. Let's go. Did you see the guy here in Florida? And of course, this story is being told, I'm sure, by radio stations and TV stations all across the country. It's this kind of crap that adds to the whole Florida man story. So a dude here in Florida tried to outrun deputies, jumped into a swamp.
That's the way to do it.
He was arrested, right? But also he tried to outrun the police on a lawnmower.
Everything about that sounds like a Florida man.
Where
A
the
lawnmower?
Where the hell is Holt? I've been in Florida since 1993.
Holt, Florida.
Yeah, where the hell is? Oh, I'm
do you
sorry.
spell it?
Hold on. I cheated myself a year. I've been in Florida since 1992.
Roxanne, what did you just ask?
How do you spell Holt?
Oh my God.
How do you think you spell Holt?
I mean, you could spell it Holte. You could spell it Hault.
That would be Holt.
I know, but you know,
Holt.
sometimes
Okay,
people
So far, your first two guesses are wrong. It's in the Panhandle, MJ, kind of near Niceville.
Hult.
No, Holt. Holt. Holt.
Oh.
Holt. Yeah.
So, a little sleepy town off of I-10 between Pensacola and Destin.
What makes it so sleepy?
Oh.
They on a lot of Xanax?
Yeah, and meth.
This is like a long, drawn out story. So this guy, 7 months ago, got away from deputies that were chasing him by jumping into a swamp.
That's good thinking.
Cover yourself in mud like Predator.
Oh, like Rambo.
Rambo.
Remember
Oh, yeah,
Rambo?
Rambo did that.
He was breathing through like a bamboo stalk.
Yeah. You breathe through a straw. You
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
jump
that's
into the
awesome.
swamp. You go underneath it, and you breathe through a
Little bamboo straw, like Fetch said.
yeah, through like a McDonald's drink straw.
Not
Wait
or-
a minute. Why is there a drink straw in the middle of those?
You know what? Let me point something out. If you gotta breathe through a straw,
Yes.
you want to get the big PDQ shake straw. You know, the one that's
yeah,
it's like a garden hose.
Yeah.
So you can get,
All the
good,
chunks of the good stuff. that
good
you're
volume.
slurping up.
Yeah, that's what you got to
Oh, we don't think about the chunks. There's more
do.
air.
Yeah, I better not say that. Festival will go there and grab a handful of straws at PDQ.
And-
Like, you say that like
Yeah.
I don't have like
Trunk
300 of them.
full.
Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. This guy evaded the cops 7 months ago by jumping into a swamp.
What awful cops these are, huh?
Yeah.
You couldn't figure that part out?
He avoided arrest, but guess what? He has been taken into custody after trying to outrun the cops on a riding lawnmower. All right, come on. All right, Andrew, you must have a lawnmower sound effect in our sound effects library there, right? All right, so the dude was taken into custody. Back in January, deputies were trying to take Dusty Mobley. Of course, his name is Dusty.
Justin Mobley.
He's from the Florida Panhandle, and his name is Dusty.
Of course. Yeah, right.
buddy.
Yeah.
So this dude's 40 years old. He's from Holt. This is along the Yellow River. I've never heard of the Yellow River.
I don't want to stay away from it.
You
that's
don't
for sure.
know. You don't want to know how it got its name.
Yeah. I
You
can
don't want to
imagine.
sip from
So
it.
this is back in yeah. Oh, don't eat the yellow
Yeah.
snow. Don't drink the Yellow River
Right,
water.
even-
Is that
even
it?
If you have a straw from
What is it?
PDQ.
All loaded up with like leptospirosis or something? All kinds of goat pee. Is
All
that
kinds
it?
of gunk.
All right. So the cops.
I'm out of here.
God, what is
What-
that?
that's
What is
like
that? What is a guy mowing the yard 5 houses over?
That's a white noise lawnmower.
Andrew, come on. That's like the guy's mowing the yard five houses over.
That's like what it sounds like when you're in your house and you hear your neighbor doing the lawn.
Yeah.
Now he's landing a lawnmower plane.
Yeah, well, no,
It's a leaf blower.
It's a leaf blower drone. What is this? All right, you can shut it off.
We need that classic startup lawnmower sound.
All right, so this guy, Dusty, right? He was being pursued by the cops. So the cops were trying to serve warrants to this guy. They wanted to talk to him about a $40,000 stolen boat.
Yeah, I imagine the authorities would want to talk to you about that.
Here's the deal.
Never catch me.
The cops say that Dusty used some type of heavy machinery and cut a hole in a metal building, like one of those Butler buildings, right?
You don't need heavy machinery. You can't do it like a sawzall or something.
Dude, I think you can use one of those all-in-one tools. What's the brand I'm thinking of?
Leatherman?
The Leatherman. I think you can use the saw pull-out on a Leatherman to cut into one of those metal buildings. So the guy uses heavy machinery, cuts into the side of a metal building, and stole a boat from some business up in Baker. Now, I know where Baker is. I guess Holt is near Baker. So the deputies say that Mobley was actually on the stolen boat when they showed up, and he drove away into the swamp, disappeared into the swamp. Then deputies finally, the story said that I guess he jumped into the swamp, but was he on the boat or did he actually jump off the boat into the swamp? So deputies finally, 7 months later, the original incident was in January. This month in July, they catch up with the dude, right?
terrible, these cops.
Happened on Saturday. And then the cops said that he tried to make a getaway on a riding John Deere lawnmower.
Ooh, John Deere would be the one to use.
Dude, how fast does a John Deere?
At least 6.
I mean, yeah.
6-7 miles an hour?
Okay, hold on. It depends. I mean, I have like the tractor style mower, right? And it goes like, 4. But then if you got like a 0 turn,
Oh, those are fast.
some of those old boys, those professional yard guy ones, they get some speed on them.
The ones that they stand on, they look like you're on skiing.
No, the ones like you sit on, like you're driving the Millennium Falcon and you push each way and 0
Oh,
turn
yeah,
around.
those are
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Fester, is that the lawnmower that you had to borrow Froggy's pickup truck to go pick it up like out in Lakeland?
Yeah. Yes.
I need another lawnmower, man. Mine broke.
I'll sell you mine.
I don't want your garbage
My
lawnmower.
riding lawnmower. Give you a deal.
What'd you pay for that thing?
$400.
And you don't like it anymore?
Oh, I love it, but everything's for sale except my Lincoln.
Everything has a
Yeah,
price.
I mean, if you want my mower, I come up with a price for everything I have.
So they finally arrest this guy. They ended up tasering him. This story's got everything.
Jeez.
This story's got it. Yeah. So
I mean, after you,
they end up tasering this guy.
I mean, you're on your squad car speaker. You're like, pull over, and he's after how many times he doesn't pull over? You're not going to shoot the guy off
But-
a mower.
What if he falls off, he gets a blade on it, and it cuts off his own foot?
But you know what the amazing thing is?
What?
He mowed 2 yards during the pursuit.
Back and forth, back and forth. Cops couldn't figure it out.
All right. So when the cops finally caught up with him, he had a revolver, so he was armed, and he had a handcuff key in his possession, along with a pipe. He had methamphetamine. There was residue on the pipe. This has everything.
So the handcuff key was in case he got arrested, he could escape it.
And we have a terrible history of felons and bad people having handcuff keys here in the Tampa Bay area.
You're kidding me. I didn't know about this.
Houdini?
The international symbol of you being a bad person is
Dude,
if you carry around a handcuff key.
Let me recognize, on a very serious note here, Tampa detectives Randy Bell and Ricky Childers. Remember what happened?
I don't.
They had a suspect in the back. He had a handcuff key. He was able to undo his handcuffs, and we lost 2 Tampa police officers, 2 detectives, Ricky Childers and Randy Bell.
2 amazing detectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible story. What was that back in like
It was
98.
1998?
Hank Earl Carr.
Change the key?
Yeah, Hank Earl Carr.
Hank Earl
Yes.
Carr, yep.
Yeah, and what wasn't that where he then led them on cops on a chase, and didn't he barricade himself like in a shell station up on
Yes.
like State Road 54 or
Something like that,
something?
yeah.
Remember that?
If I recall correctly, didn't Carr also...
I put him on the radio that day.
Oh.
Remember Don Ron Cart Richards?
Don Richards, yeah, I was on the board that day.
You were.
Don-
Yeah.
Oh, remember? Seriously,
I've never heard that nickname.
Remember Don Richards over at 970? Because listen, we all worked over there. We were on FLC. I was on 970 for years as well. And Don Richards, who did news, may Don rest in peace. But Don actually just called the Shell station and had the dude on the air.
Good for Don.
And then eventually, was he shot and killed in a shootout? Was that?
I don't know if he took his own life. I remember...
Suicide.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
Wasn't there also a state trooper involved?
I think he shot at a state trooper as well.
Golly.
I think he...
I think he killed the state
Killed him,
trooper
yeah.
as well. That was.
All right, this is getting depressing.
No,
Okay.
well, listen, it's Tampa Bay history, but
if you
again,
but still, the sign for me of you being a really not good person is if you premeditate your arrest so far that you actually carry a handcuff.
all right.
you.
So
Yeah.
I want to recognize the fallen officers. All right, listen, quick break. Back in a second. I still got to continue with morons in the news. We've got A-list crap, and it's next. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Speaking of. broadcast. So it is 7:01. What happens? Let's see if any of my crew members are paying attention here. So it's 7:01. What happens in exactly 59 minutes from right now?
Oh, I know.
I know.
So, go ahead, Froggy.
It turns into 8 a.m. What else could it be? What?
Rox, you want to pick it up from here?
It's the 1K song of the day.
That's true. All right.
I knew that.
In an hour, 8 o'clock, we will give you the 1K song of the day song. So you listen, we'll give you the title, then you listen from 9 to 5, and when the song plays, you just be the seventh caller and you win $1,000 from Q105. And this is a Tampa Bay only contest. It's only Q105 listeners. It's not a national contest. This is only Tampa Bay area listeners. The 1K song of the day here on Q105. We'll give you the latest song coming up in less than an hour now. Also, it's PDQ's day. Guys, they're bringing in PDQ this morning. So we've got PDQ on the way, and also we're giving away a PDQ gift card. So lots of reasons to keep listening to the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, the content is freaking award-winning. Hey, on a much more serious note here. So a few minutes ago, we were talking about that issue with the handcuff key, and we were talking about this maniac up in the Panhandle who 7 months ago jumped into a swamp, took off on a boat, evaded cops. They finally caught up with him over the last couple of days, last weekend, and they finally arrested him while he tried to flee on a riding mower. This guy had a handcuff key in his possession, and that got us talking about the Tampa Bay history of, handcuff keys. And, it's illegal in the state of Florida to possess a handcuff key. And that's when Randy Bell and Ricky Childers, two Tampa detectives, lost their lives when Hank Earl Carr, shot him. And in that chase, I also want to recognize, because we remember there was a Florida trooper as well, and that was James Brad Crooks.
He was a rookie highway patrol officer.
So 3 officers that day, 2 TPD detectives, and then Trooper Crooks. So I just want to recognize all of them. And again, this guy in the Panhandle had a handcuff key. Why do you think he had that? Well, obviously, he wanted to have it in his possession if he needed to try to escape.
Yeah, handcuff keys aren't good for much.
No.
Besides getting out of handcuffs.
Yeah. Anyway, this dude, man, he just got whacked with all kinds of, charges. Possession of a concealed weapon by a felon. He had a concealed handcuff key, drug paraphernalia, all kinds of stuff. So that was from that Morons in the News story. Yeah, Rox.
Yeah, we have a couple of texters who know quite a bit about that incident in 1998, that tragic incident.
Mm-hmm.
One of whom says he was a truck driver, and he was there.
He was, at 75 and State Road?
Yes, he's describing, the Hank Earl Carr guy killed himself.
I think it was State Road 54.
Yeah,
and
State Road 54.
There was a Shell station there. I don't think that Shell station is there any longer.
I don't think so.
No.
And it was in Hernando County.
Just a, terrible, terrible story. All right. So, is that Hernando?
According to the Tampa Bay Times recap that I'm reading.
Is that Hernando or Pasco up there? I thought that was...
He killed himself in a standoff with police at a Hernando County gas station, according to the Tampa Bay Times.
All right. Maybe my geography is wrong. All right. Continuing with the morons here. Hey, anybody shocked it's another Florida story? Of course not.
I'm shocked when they're not Florida stories.
Have you seen the guy in a straw hat climb through the Wendy's drive-thru to rob the cash register?
The straw hat seems like it would slow him down.
Dude.
I mean, are we talking a cowboy hat or like a straw hat, like an old farmer hat?
It's like an old straw farmer's hat.
It's awesome.
I tell you what, if you're going to climb through a drive-thru with a hat, you ought to wear the yellow hat like the guy in the Curious George books. You know the man with
the man in the yellow hat.
The man with is it the big yellow hat?
No, just the yellow hat.
Just the yellow hat? The man in the yellow hat.
It is a big yellow hat, but that's not his name.
You know what really ticks me off about Curious George? You know what they canceled? They canceled the book where Curious George gets all high sniffing the ether.
Yeah.
So I think seriously.
Can't get that one anymore.
I think they canceled that book.
Have you seen the one when Curious George takes bath salts, and then he bites off the man with the yellow hat's face,
I missed that one. That wasn't in my series.
and then he becomes a spotting monkey for him?
But whatever happened? Whatever happened to a good old, monkey huffing story? Come on. All right, so here's the deal. A guy in a straw hat climbs through a Wendy's drive-thru. This happened in Orlando. Last I saw, the guy is still at large. This is crazy. The video from the drive-thru is insane. By the way,
Wait. Is that a guy?
It looks like the guy's wearing a lady's straw hat. My wife, I think my wife has that hat.
Could
like
this
a beach
be?
hat.
It kind of looks like a lady.
This could be a female. It's a person. I don't know that we say the term guy in the sense that it's a.
hips.
I don't know. You see hips?
Hips don't
Yeah.
lie.
You see hips and lips?
I see like hips.
I
and-
have hips.
just hips.
No,
Doesn't
look at
everybody
that
have
tiny
hips?
waist.
That
The
could
tiny
be-
waist and hips.
Listen, it's described as a man, and there are a couple of camera angles. You've got the camera inside the Wendy's, and that's aimed toward the drive-thru window from the inside, and then you've got a camera from the outside, and you see a person in their vehicle climb out of their window while they're at the drive-thru window. They then climb through the drive-thru window, and they steal money from the cash register drawer.
I see nothing in this video that tells me it's definitely a man.
Yeah, I see a woman.
You think that's a woman? No, that's
No, from that angle, it looks like a guy.
It's a
Okay, from
guy.
that angle, it looks like a
Look,
guy.
his wiener's hanging out. You
Oh,
see it? No, I'm kidding.
That's a skin
It's-
tag on a woman.
But seriously, the other angle that Fester shows, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, watch.
Okay, this is
Kind
the
of-
most nimble guy I think I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
He can crawl out of his car window into a store window, get the cash box, and make his way back.
Hey, literally takes the whole black plastic cash tray. You got the whole tray in there for the 20s, the 10s, the 5s, the 1s. You're supposed to put the 50s and the 100s underneath, I believe. But the guy literally climbs in and steals the whole damn drawer. And last I saw, he was still at large. It happened on June 18th, and they finally released the video. This was at Wendy's on Major Boulevard in Orlando. The suspect was driving a black Nissan Altima. You know what? A lot of crooks drive Altimas.
It's their great financing plan.
I have no idea.
No.
I'm kidding around.
MJ, what I want to see, the
Yeah.
video that I need is the Wendy's employee coming back to the window with his bag with his Baconator and his Junior Frosty.
Yeah,
looking
how
for
long
this guy.
how long did it take him to do it?
See, the whole video, he's out of his car into the store.
10 seconds.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
it's a quick.
What? That
Oh,
guy's he's experienced, it seems.
10 seconds.
Or he has a window at home
And-
that he practices with.
And at the window, the criminal even flashed a gun at the cashier,
Oh.
and then she tried to shut the window before she ran away. So she ran away after he flashed the gun.
I wonder how
and
much
then
cash is in
he
there.
was probably planning on pulling the gun and say, "Give me your money," and she tried to close the window and run. So he decided, "Hey, I'm gonna just climb on in," and that's what happened here. And now they're still looking for the man in the straw hat from the drive-through theft. They're offering a $1,000 reward. I don't know. Listen,
I have a feeling he's not going to keep the hat on.
All right, first thing we do, ditch the hat.
Look for a man in a straw hat.
well, I'm telling you, that's a female straw hat. Michelle has a very similar hat.
I do too.
He went to Target and got a beach hat.
All right, so you got $1,000 from like Orlando Crime Stoppers or the Crime Line. What is Wendy's offering? Oh, hang on, it's right here.
Frosties.
Nope, a Dave's Big and Juicy.
That's I'll take that. I'll turn family members in for a
a
Dave's Big and
chili.
Juicy. Yeah, cup of chili on the side. They have. I saw Wendy's has the new strawberry frosty.
Really?
That is on
What?
my. That's on my list.
serious?
Yes, I haven't had one yet.
Listen, I'm a Wendy's burger fan. I think that Wendy's does a really good job with their hamburgers. All right, so I'm not even done with the morons in the news, but we have to move on to other things, so we'll push that off. Hey, Fester,
Yes.
do you know much about dip?
Okay. Yes. I don't know exactly which dip you're talking about, but if you're talking about like
Chewing tobacco.
Everybody, hold on. This is the teaser. We got to talk about dip, all right? Also, Amazon Prime Day, I got to be honest, it doesn't move my meter, the whole,
Ew.
What?
You're talking about your meter moving? Oh.
Listen, with Amazon, I'd rather people patronize like small business, mom and pop, local places. You know, listen, I've said this before.
Wait, what?
Wait, when it comes to like Amazon, what?
Ass backwards.
Yeah, where am I going to buy my air fryer from?
All right, hang on. Let's
Bill and Bill's hardware
hold on.
store?
Let's address all of this in a moment. But yeah, it's Amazon Prime Day. Was it today and tomorrow? And listen, I look for ways not to use Amazon. Listen, I'm being honest here.
Amazon's great.
All right, Jeff Bezos has enough money already. All right, hold on a minute. We'll address all of this. And Fester, I need your dip expertise coming up. And then also, we got to talk about red lights, traffic lights, and is it possible for somebody not to do this at a red light? I'll explain it. We start our long chunk of the show next. We got an hour and 20 minutes, totally uninterrupted, all solid MJ Morning Show next. So don't move. Hey, this is serious. 7:23 Tuesday morning. Hey, folks. That means if it's 7:22 rolling up on 7:23, it means we're, 37 minutes away from you hearing what the Q105 1K Song of the Day title is. So 8 o'clock, we'll give you the 1K Song of the Day title. 37 minutes from right now. Then you listen all day between 9 and 5. And when you hear the 1K Song of the Day played, you'll be the 7th caller and win $1,000 cash. Who could not use $1,000 right now? All right, so it is Amazon Prime Day. It's today and tomorrow, right? The 12th and 13th.
Are you serious? I seriously had no idea.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really into it. Michelle, my lovely wife, I mean, I asked her last night, what are you jonesing for? What are you itching for Prime? And, she's like, man, I don't know. You buy stuff when you need stuff. And, I don't go buy things just because there's hype and a sale. You know what I mean? And then also with Amazon, listen, I got to, give Bezos the credit for starting that thing out of a garage in Seattle with a couple of metal shelves and 7 books.
There's an old picture of Jeff Bezos sitting behind some desk with the word Amazon written in spray paint on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's how it starts,
Yeah.
man.
I give the guy a lot of credit, but also, if I can, I try to support a local business versus, the ease. The fact is, we're fat and lazy. And if we can just pick up our phone and go, tick, 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 and then, the thing arrives in sometimes 2 hours, or certainly, next day with Amazon Prime. Now we're Amazon Prime members. I'm not going to lie. We are Prime
great
members.
Deals on there for, can't be beat if you ask me.
But all right, do me a favor. Go, Fester, quickly before I get into the dip question. I need to talk to you about dip.
Okay.
Because when I think of dips, I think of you. All right. So
What a jerk.
Well, I'm not sure how to take that just yet, but I'll take it.
all right, go to the Amazon website, and I just want to see, if you go to Amazon.com, don't they push the Prime deals and whatever the...
This
I'm
is
sure.
This is their day.
I know. Okay, great. Here's toilet paper, 17% off.
I'll take it.
This is Jeff Bezos pre-used toilet paper.
Oh, my God.
Not already used?
17% off.
It's probably so comfy.
It says right here, maybe some of Jeff Bezos' success can wipe off on you.
Well, maybe
It's-
his DNA is there. That's something valuable you could clone him.
Hell.
I'm kidding you.
Roxanne, too far.
Dude, you know what? You just take it too far, Roxanne.
We're making
I'm
silly
making a
jokes.
joke, and you just, you don't know when
Just
to
do a
stop.
disgusting
Talking
pack.
about cloning billionaires.
You just don't know when to stop, Roxanne. You just take it just a little too far. All right.
I'll have a counseling later.
Is there anything else? Okay.
MJ, there's a ton of stuff. In each category, there's hundreds of items in each group, whether it be clothing or electronics or, if everyone, there'll never be a better time to buy a Roomba. If that's what you're looking
I do want a Roomba.
Yeah, they have a Roomba for $200.
I don't want a Roomba. Anyway, listen, it is Prime Day, yada, yada, yada. I'm not buying anything. Michelle's not buying anything. Now, I can't speak for our 2 Jack Russell Terriers. They do have smartphones these days.
I saw your dog scrolling on your computer, so I wouldn't be surprised if they accidentally ordered it for you.
Gatsby is one step away.
Did you see that?
Creep.
Yeah.
No, that was Scout.
Oh, that was Scout.
Scout was
Scouting the deals.
Folks, if you did not see my Jack Russell Terrier, our female Scout, scrolling literally on my Surface 8 Pro, which is a touchscreen, if you didn't see Scout with her paw literally scrolling on a website, it's crazy. If you go to my Instagram, so it's posted on my personal Instagram, go to, on Insta, Certified Todd Schnitt. Certified, and then my real name, TODDSCHNITT. Give me a follow, and then check out all the stuff, including Gatsby, who's our male, and the aftermath of his run-in with a bufo toad. If you haven't seen that, folks, lots of stuff. You never know when I'm going to do an Instagram live. There's just a ton of stuff on my Instagram. And then also, for those that don't use Instagram, we typically post all the good stuff up on mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Look at Fester's watching the video of Scout scrolling. It's hysterical.
I mean, Scout is literally trying to go to your favorites and click onto Amazon and order some treats.
You got to see my dog scrolling on my computer with its little Jack Russell paw. So certified Todd Schnitt, and it's on my feed. Just find the dog in the computer and just click on that, and it's a funny little video. All right, so Amazon Prime Day. I'm not getting anything, but I know that people get sucked into the hype. I do honestly prefer to shop at a local brick and mortar place or a mom and pop store. That's my preference. And listen, I've said this in the past. That
what mom and pop
Hold on.
store are you going to go to?
Yeah, when's the last time you went to Harry's Hammers and bought a
Really?
hammer? I mean, seriously,
All right.
why don't you tell us?
I've said in the past that if I can avoid using Amazon, I do. I'm just being honest.
That's ridiculous because, first of all, Amazon employs people. They have real people. There's plenty
Of course they
so
do,
you're
but
still supporting businesses.
listen,
you're supporting people's livelihoods.
Yes, but also I don't think that Amazon pays their drivers enough. Also, we have the
True.
story. We have the story of the Amazon driver out in I think L.A.
All right.
and had to borrow $2 from a FedEx driver to buy like an iced tea or something.
I bought a steamer off of Amazon, right? What local store am I going to go to and buy a steamer?
A steamer like for hot dog buns,
No,
or
a
a steamer? Well, it's not for your shirts because you're a crumpled mess.
No.
You're a crumpled mess every day.
I wouldn't even.
You're
know what to
crumpled
do.
and rumpled and wrinkled.
I actually put a more
And
wrinkled.
jinkled.
I actually put a more wrinkled shirt down this morning. I was like, nah, this is too
You
wrinkled.
look like a blueberry today.
So thank you. The
Violent, you're turning violent.
Here's the best part. The blueberry
Roll it
pie.
out.
That's your
Here.
Beauregard.
So where do you buy a rice cooker steamer, vegetable steamer from? Where? Walmart? Oh, that's not a local company. Amazon?
Minerva's Steamer Store. It's in Tarpon Springs.
Great.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, but where do you buy stuff?
You
from?
know when I feel a little bit disgusted is when I see my kids and how they react to Amazon. My daughter would be like, "Can I look at all the toys I want for Christmas and make my list?" And then she's telling her little sister how easy it is because she did accidentally, or she did on purpose, order something on my Amazon one time. And I feel like a bad parent. And then I take them to the mall. Like we went to go look bathing suit shopping for me. And do you know how hard it was to find a top and a bottom that matched? So it is easier to do it online. That's the frustrating thing. I'm trying to not make my kids
go to
into
the
that.
mall.
Fester, you want to buy a rice cooker locally? I'll tell you where to go.
Where?
The Japanese store that I love over on Sheldon Road, Kabuki Market.
Great.
Yeah, look that up. She's got like Zojirushi rice makers right there locally. Yeah, go.
Kabuki
It's
Market.
It's Kabuki Market. No. It's Kotobuki. Kotobuki.
Kabuki Market.
All right.
KOTOBOKI.
Koto, dude. Spell it right.
I don't know how to spell kokobuki.
Kotobuki.
I think it's Koto. Right there. Kotobuki. Kotobuki Oriental Market. Mostly Japanese stuff. That's where I buy my short-grained Koshi Hikari sticky rice. That's where I get it. And the owner, she has rice makers right there. Yeah. So hold on. Go back to the address page. Yeah, Fester's like looking inside the store now. Yeah, it's on Sheldon Road.
Rice making store.
It's just north of Hillsborough, right in that. You know where that Twisty Freeze place is in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in that shopping center.
Or
So
the little gray truck delivers right to my house.
what else do you want to challenge me on? You want to know where to buy a rice maker? You go to Kotobuki Oriental Market on Sheldon Road.
I have a question.
What do you want to challenge me on?
Yeah.
I want to know where to buy a nice new toilet.
All right, go see my friends at Ferguson.
Ferguson isn't
Okay, but
gigantic.
in fact,
this is not a mom and pop shop.
in
It's a
national
national company.
chain. It's one of my biggest accounts, sir.
But Ferguson is like that's like saying go to Home Depot to buy your appliance.
There's like 5,000.
You can go to Home Depot as well.
But that's not a home. But
Home Depot's gigantic.
I support Home Depot because they employ my local.
We should go to Terry's
Soda-
Turlets.
What about an ice cream maker?
Terry's Turlets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get an ice cream maker. I'm going to Terry's Turlets, but
Terry's
meanwhile,
Turlets merged with Carrie's Commode.
I bought my ice cream machine from the U.S. Service Center for the Italian machine that I bought in New Jersey.
Yeah, but that's the national service center for this national company.
you haven't bought anything locally in ever.
Yes, that's not true. I buy stuff whenever I can. I buy things locally. Anyway, so
Liar.
and you call me a liar?
No, I didn't do that.
It's a semi-fibber.
So also Target, don't all the other retailers, they also like, don't they have their own little deals today like Target and Walmart and all those places?
Good for them.
Yeah.
I'm going shopping.
All right, let's talk dip here for a second. Fester, what do you know about dip?
All right, first of all, I know there's many different kinds of dips.
Yeah.
All right, name all the dips that you can name.
First of all, I start with
Is this going to be like Forrest Gump with all the shrimp?
I think there's way more shrimp than dips, right?
I don't think so. I think there's many more dips.
I mean, I don't know. I've never done dip.
Well, you gotta figure there's
give me dips.
There's cocktail dip. There's
Hold on a sec.
Oh, I was thinking of like chewing tobacco.
Hold on, we're getting there.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Froggy, there's a whole cornucopia of different dips. We'll start with the edible kind.
Is it a cornucopia or is it a cornucopia?
If you put dip in it, it's delicious. There's French onion dip. There's a cocktail dip. You know, then you have like buffalo chicken dip.
Okay, you're just sitting next to the biggest dipper ever.
Okay.
Spinach dip.
Artichoke dip, spinach artichoke dip, ranch dip, buffalo cheese
So you're
dip,
getting outshot.
That's okay. I share the dip.
hot sauce.
My
yeah.
God! So
Dips are meant for
Roxanne's wheeling them out while Fester's going.
Then there's also like Copenhagen, and then there's different flavors.
I'm not talking about the chewing tobacco
Okay.
type of dip. The
Okay.
reason why I'm bringing this
Then
up.
there's the other kind of dip.
Chocolate fountain.
Like chocolate, like almost a fondue would be a dip. The other
And
kind
then
of
there's people.
People.
that are dips. All right. All right. Fester, thank you very much. You're released now from your
Fester, you got
I've-
shown
I've
up
been-
on that, boy.
I've been dethroned as the dip
She
leader.
dipped you.
You're now relieved from your dip
All right.
list
And
duties.
And let's not forget the most important dip, the dance. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Remember?
Why the hell am I bringing this
I
up?
don't know, but I'm getting out joked left and right on this segment.
Exactly. Just pack it in, man.
Boy.
All right.
Contract negotiations, Ted's gonna be like, well, you didn't know a lot of dips. It's really what we're looking for here at the Q.
Why the hell am I bringing up dips? I'm bringing up dips because there's a new poll out. That's right. Somebody did a poll on dips.
A dip pole?
And most Americans, according to the poll, would easily dive into a whole bowl of dip, even without the chips.
Oh, I do that all the time.
So people are taking spoonfuls of dip.
Oh, you're an animal.
People are eating the spoonfuls of dip without the chip.
I mean,
Listen.
buffalo chicken dip, you can do
hold
that.
on. It depends on the dip.
No, it doesn't.
Let Fester give a...
A big scoop of fresh onion dip essentially is really seasoned sour cream and mayo.
Oh.
I mean, but I don't think I would do that.
I don't want a spoonful of that, but a spinach dip or an artichoke dip, that's like a side dish.
I'd feel different about that, right?
No, you need to have it on a cracker.
You know what I like to do is go to like a wedding or a big party where they have a buffet and then they have all kinds of dips out and people don't notice it as much if you fill up your entire plate with dips and then one chip. And then I just go back.
A chip.
Just
A chip.
A single chip and a plate full of dip.
All right, I'll have a chip, but I'll just have one, and I want it to be your biggest one.
And can you
The
fill up my
survey,
plate?
what was that?
But Roxanne, she goes to a buffet and gets a plate loaded full of dips.
I do.
Here's why I'm bringing this up.
And she marries
A
one.
survey of 2,000 adults reveals that 6 in 10 adults are not ashamed to eat spoonfuls of dip right out of the container or right out of the bowl. And if they have to choose a vehicle to carry the dip or hold the dip, then, of course, tortilla chips are number one at 40%, veggies 36%, potato chips 38%, pita bread 32%.
It depends on the dip.
It does, but
You don't
yes.
eat-
Oh, what's the pita one?
You don't eat like that bacon ranch dip. You don't eat that with like a pita chip. Eat that with a potato chip. So says I.
What's the gummus? What is the
Hummus.
Gummus. What are you talking? It's hummus.
Sorry, I don't drink. I don't eat fancy food.
That's smashed up chickpeas.
So
is
you-
hummus.
If you eat
Yeah.
hummus with a potato chip, I think less of you.
I'd rather have gummus.
Just a bunch of old pieces of chewing
Ooh,
gum.
yeah.
How about
that-
guano?
Yeah, that you scrape off from the underside of a lunch counter or a restaurant. You know, people that stick the gum underneath. Yeah,
Ew.
gummus. It's a new dip.
One
You know
time my
what?
daughter ate that gum.
You know what?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
She ate gum underneath the table.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Which one? The older or the
The
younger?
older one. She was 2.5. She was like 2.5. She was being awful.
Where
awful,
were
awful.
you?
At the meat market.
that's fine.
You- hold on.
Why don't you get the people to clean that place?
Somebody stuck gum under the table at the meat
was
market in
like-
Hyde Park.
Yeah,
Really?
The restaurant had only been open a short amount of time, and she was being a freaking animal and climbing under the table. That was the night she got banned from the meat
She's-
market.
So your daughter's banned from the meat market.
We banned her.
Yeah. So is Steve Holland from the Holland Group Retirement
He
Wealth
can't wear
Advisors
sandals to the
because he
place.
wore sandals. They threw him out. and he's
At least he
banned.
didn't eat gum
Yeah.
under the table.
Guy walks in wearing $1,000 sandals and they kick him out.
Do
Son of a
people
gun.
really do that? Still, I know. Listen,
I do it everywhere. Every time if I have gum in my mouth, under the table.
That's
why?
so gross.
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you take a straw wrapper or a tissue or a napkin? Why wouldn't
There's
you
probably
put
gum under this table
There's
somewhere.
probably gum under here that I've stuck in the year and a half we've been here. Yeah.
Remember the last table? You used to have a bunch
Hold
of
on,
gums.
let me
under
look
it.
underneath. Hang on.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure.
And other things.
Nope, no. Guys, you want to hear something gross? Oh my God.
No, I don't want to hear that. I know what you're going to say.
Do you want to hear a gross radio station story?
No, I can't. I can't listen to that.
Oh my God.
I only want to hear gross
this,
stories.
All right. We have a lot to do, and of course, this is the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. And the reason why you listen, folks, is because you never know what's going to happen. I'm not done with dips yet, but first, you might lose your appetite on dips. So the whole chewing gum phenomenon of people for ages taking their chewing gum and sticking it under tables at restaurants, that's awful. Just knock it off. It's terrible.
You know what? I mean, it's not an excuse, but I think people do it because they don't have a paper napkin. They just have the cloth
Swallow
napkin.
it. I'm a swallower.
I agree.
Just ask or
Agreed.
just swallow the damn gum. Whatever. All right. So a radio station I worked at 97 Star WGH in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. And the chief engineer was Steve Johnston, right? And
Engineers.
do you know where this is going, Froggy?
I think I've heard this story, and I don't like it. Is it this?
Yes.
Oh.
So did you just miss the camera shot there, Andrew? Yeah. Andrew, I got to get you to switch those cameras.
I did it quick. Stop giving him crap. Ready, Andrew?
When Froggy's doing the nose thing. All right. So forget about people sticking gum underneath the counters. At the radio station, we have the control board, and then there's a countertop. And Steve Johnston had to put out a memo that said, whoever is putting their boogers underneath the counter, would you please stop?
Dude, that is horrendous.
It is.
Fester? Are you guilty of that?
No, you know I'm not.
Hey, Fester, do me a favor.
yeah.
Go to Google.
You know I'm not guilty of that.
All right, Fester, go to Google real quick.
Yes.
Just type in MJ, all right? Type in MJ and then my fake radio last name, which I've never used, I don't think, in the Tampa Bay market.
Okay.
With it. You got it? And then type WGH
WGH.
air check.
Oh my God.
And see, that used to be online somewhere. Yeah. Right there. Right there. Yeah, bring that up.
It's 9 o'clock.
Hey, do you want to? Have you ever heard this, Roxanne?
No.
Is this Z104?
No, this is 97 Star. All right, just hit play.
Airchecks.com.
97 Star WGH 840 at MJ Kelly. Stand by to score your share to free music and qualify to see the Paws kick off the Tunnel of Love Tour in Massachusetts. Your chance to win and qualify on the way in minutes. Let's go to the phones and check out the voting. Hi, what song you want to vote for in the Battle of the Bands?
Ice
Thank you for calling.
Roxanne,
Wait a minute.
Is that
Hal Herman
is that
here.
Hal? Yeah.
Are you ripping my thing off there? You sound just like me.
Yeah.
might have been a
For
little-
real.
10 minutes of this.
might have been a little pukey. All right, scroll it in just a little bit
I
before.
need a little
I mean,
more
is
echo.
that you?
It is me.
What?
It is. All right, roll it in just a little bit. Here we
In
go.
fact, you got to get your votes in now for the Battle of the Bands. Of course, Tiffany being challenged tonight by Electric Blue from Ice House. 490-877-9797. I want to hear your favorite song so we can really settle up this battle deal. And the countdown's on next at 97 Star.
MJB a jammin', yes.
97 Star, 30 minutes starts at WGH.
Look at that, right into you too. Yeah. So that's me. That's where the boogers were underneath the counter at the radio station.
97 Star or something under the table. I think it's a boogie.
It's the Battle of the Boogers.
My God. You're such a hack.
That's the post you hit.
Hey, that's a pretty good intro here. Let me see.
You're way back.
Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach. Aerosmith Angel on a countdown tonight.
97 Star is Hampton Road's first top 40 radio station. WGH.
All right, listen. This is actually a pretty good intro here.
The Star WGH in the top 9 most requested songs in Hampton Roads tonight. 903 at MJ Kelly, Aerosmith's Angel. And number 9 for the first time for Kathy and Sean, Andy and Miller, Roy and Christian, Elizabeth and Jonathan, Mike and Sarah, Dennis and
I'm
Buddy,
doing dedications here.
Baby and Ruth, Brandy and Kristen, Michelle and Kirsten.
All right, listen to this.
Tanya and Carrie, Rachel and Angela, Wanda and Bobby, Jeff and Renee, Crystal and Robbie, Erin and Eileen, Gary and Michelle, Tanya and Laura, Matt and Beth.
Oh my goodness, I did it! You hear I sped up the tape. Did you hear that little effect there?
MJ, I gotta
did.
be
That was
honest,
amazing.
and I know
Yeah, what?
I give you a lot of crap, but
Yeah.
you really sucked. Wow. So, I mean, how did you even get a gig?
It was like 1980, 86, 87.
Was
I
that
think
the one when
was.
you said it's a 1 o'clock?
No, that was in high school. That was Z104 back in high school.
Wow, you got worse as you got older.
All
Okay.
right, so back to the dip for just a second. So Fester,
I just heard a dip on the radio.
Fester, according to the survey,
Yes.
2,000 U.S. adults say that they are not. This was 6 out of 10. So 2,000 surveyed, 6 out of 10 not ashamed to eat spoonfuls of dip without the actual vehicle, like a chip to carry it.
Depends on the dip.
Okay, gotcha. Now, what about a restaurant? Like all dip? You go to a restaurant and only dips are on the menu. What do you think?
I'm there.
Is that is that a model?
What are you gonna dip?
Yeah, the waiter's like, hey guys.
What?
Dip.
He's a dip of a waiter.
You know, I mean, Applebee's has, and my wife loves the Applebee's.
Queso?
No, the spinach artichoke dip.
Now, we saw something recently. My wife and I, Michelle and I, were watching some TV show recently, and there was a line about dip. And it was like a whole dissertation on dips are underrated, and that, what the hell was it? Hold on a minute. Let me see. Before I move on here.
Dip, 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 dip. Isn't that a song?
What time is it? Rolling up on 7:45, so we got to talk about the red light story that I promoted. So we'll get to that here momentarily.
Oh man, I type in dips and then videos, and
Yeah.
there's a bunch of guys doing exercises. Blech.
Really?
Huh?
Good morning, my lovely sleeping princess.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Good morning.
How are you?
Who else
I
is
gotta
calling?
What do you mean you got it? Hello?
Julian's calling.
Oh, hey, real quick,
Better get it.
just answer and tell him you'll be right there.
I already hung it up. I'm going to call him right back.
Oh, okay.
Go,
All right.
go,
Hey,
go,
quickly.
go.
So we're talking about dips. What did we recently watch where the character on the TV show made a comment about dips are underrated and I could eat dip? What was that? Do you remember?
It sounds like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No.
type
It
song.
was. I'm telling you, recently we just.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Don't you remember there was a line about dips and how dips
Yeah,
are
it wasn't
under.
Barry.
It wasn't Barry.
We were watching
What?
That. It wasn't that James Caan movie. Was
No, it wasn't that. What the hell was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, but you
Let's
remember,
take
right?
15 minutes and try to figure it out.
All right.
I feel like a dip for listening to this.
Michelle,
I gotta go.
I called Julian
Bye,
back.
bye, Michelle.
Text me if you know what it is, okay?
Oh, Michelle, your priorities.
I mean, there's cheddar dip, queso dip.
No,
there's
I
different
don't need the
categories.
dip list. All right. Moving along to the red light situation. Now, I teased this as our little 7:45 little item. And look at this. I'm pretty much on time. This is like a record, folks. It is 7:46, and I'm on time here. Yesterday, I teased that people do this at red lights. It's like it's nonstop. Is there any way for you guys listening, you guys here in the studio, is there any way that people can hold back and not do this at a red light? I see this everywhere. It is nonstop. Am I guilty? Yes, I am. I've done it. I would like to stop doing it. And especially when I notice this response. Everybody does this. You pull up to a red light, you look around, and everybody, it's like in unison. It's like a chorus of everybody doing this at a red light. Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about? Roxanne, what am I talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No.
Do you want me
You
to
do.
tell you the answer?
Hold on.
Yeah, just tell her the answer right
Oh,
now.
Okay, no,
hey,
let the guys do their guesses.
Hold on. Festa, I don't want the answer yet. Do you know what I'm talking
I mean,
about?
MJ, it could be so many things.
Well, All right, do you want to write this down? You want
Yes.
to? Hang on. Let me give you.
I mean,
Let me give you each.
when you think about what people do at stoplights, it could be. I can think of half a dozen things people do at stoplights.
All right, take a Post-it note and pass it around. Roxanne, take a Post-it
Do
note.
we have to do this again?
Now give it to Fester. Roxanne, write down what everyone does at a red light. Folks, if you, starting now, next time you're at a red light, look around and you'll see everybody doing this.
Yeah, this is not rocket science.
I don't feel comfortable guessing one answer.
Just write one answer down, Fester.
Fine.
Don't ruin it. All right, Roxanne just gave me her guess. Fester, give me your Post-it.
Fester,
All right, Froggy, give me your
done.
guess. Dude, what are you writing
we're
there?
not writing
It's one word.
He's putting down like a little novella of what people do at stoplights.
Give it to me, man. All right, here we go.
Yell at me again and see what happens.
What's going to happen?
All right, Froggy's guess is pick their nose. No, that's not.
But you do see that. I've seen
I
that.
see a lot of people pick their nose.
Yeah,
But that's not
And you
exclusive.
see what I drew?
A big giant nose,
Yeah, see?
The artwork.
indicative of your schnoz.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. All right, Roxanne, your guess is play on the phone.
Oh, that's not real. That's outrageous.
And then, and Fester also is pick your nose.
Hey,
Oh,
Fester?
Pick your nose is the first thing that comes to mind when you're in a
Cheat
stop.
off me?
Roxanne's guess, play on the phone, is 100% right. And by the way, Andrew had it as well. Andrew in the producer's booth was holding up his cell phone.
Aren't you two just leaders of the nerd herd over
Like
here?
Topanga over there.
Hey guys, how is that not your first guess?
Everybody
My
does
second
that.
guess was using those little floss sticks. I saw that the other day.
My second guess was armpit farts.
All right, Froggy, will you stop being six?
Some of us
Would you
give
please?
some of us give literal answers. Some of us make jokes. So I mean, that's the way you want it.
It is an epidemic. When you pull up to a red light, we're all guilty of it. What is it? And listen, I'd rather people check their phones at a red light than driving, because that's also an epidemic.
That's all I see is people looking at their phone while they're driving.
I see it all the time. And it's not like the phone is like in a cell phone holder stuck to the air conditioning duct.
I see people just leaning it on their steering wheel and looking at it.
You know what? I know those phone holders typically suck. You know, the ones that clamp onto the air conditioning vent.
No, some of them are good.
Well, we've been through a ton of them. I've yet to find a really, really good one. And then the WeatherTech one, it's a good concept, but it kind of sits too low. You know what I mean?
The cup holder one?
Yeah. I think it sits a little low. All right, so the deal is that, yes, people are dangerous on the road and people are on their cell phones while driving. Hey, I drive the Howard Franklin Bridge in the morning, just like you guys. We all drive the Howard Franklin home, and every single day I'm looking at people that are on their phones, holding their phones, and sometimes I'll look at people for 5-10 seconds and they haven't even looked at the road ahead. They're on their phone. So driving, we all know that's a problem, but it is like it's this automatic, even if you don't need to check your phone, when people pull up to a red light, everybody grabs their phone.
So 5 years ago, I was driving back from Clearwater Beach, about a 45-minute drive to my house, and my phone was dead. And I had the most relaxing drive. I didn't mess with my phone. I listened to music. I stared at the road. It was so amazing. But then when I got home, every one of my family members thought I'd been murdered because they couldn't get a hold of me for 45 minutes.
What is it like when they say it's Pablo's dog when you do something like over
Hold
and
on,
over
hold
again?
on. What did you just say?
I don't know.
Did you
say it
wait a
wrong.
minute,
I probably said it wrong.
You're right.
Did you
You're
say
right, you're right.
Pablo's dog?
Yeah, Pablo
Whatever
Escobar's
it
dog.
is.
Hold on. You just
God,
said.
why do I try?
You just said Pablo's dog?
I don't know.
MJ, he's right. It's a dog.
It's
You
when
got-
you do. You know what it is. What is it?
It's
It's
not
Pavlovian.
Pop-offs?
It's not Pablo as in what? Paul, right?
Pop-offs.
Paul in Espanol is Pablo, right?
Right.
Pop-offs then.
It's Pavlov's dog, not Pablo's dog.
Oh man, whatever.
Dude, you crack me up.
Give
bro.
me you know what I mean though. It's just habitual.
You crack me up.
I mean, whatever.
So
Forget I said anything.
You see the red light, you stop the car, you pull out the phone.
That's it. It's like
You know
Pablo's
what?
dog.
You know what? It would make sense if it was Pablo, if it was like a reference to Pablo Escobar and cocaine, because that's addictive.
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking about like an addictive response.
Pablo, feed the dog.
So the dog starts drooling, thinking when the bell goes off that he's going to get a big old snort of coke up his dog snout.
I knew a guy like that once. Ding! Hey, what's going on, guys? Ding! What's that was happening.
Should we go to the phones and ask people, are you the one person that does not immediately check your phone at a red light?
No, because they're probably in their car now. And, I'm driving my car on US 19. And, hey, MJ, I'm never on my phone.
A lot of people don't. I went to Costco with my dad, and he drove, and he didn't even bring his phone. He left it at home. He's like, I don't need no damn phone.
Should we go to phones on it, or should I pass?
Everybody's different.
I mean, anybody who calls in is a liar. You're asking for people to call in if they're the ones who don't use their phone
I'll tell you what.
Use their phone.
Tell you what. Whatever you want to call in regarding everybody on their phone at a red light, that you pull up to the red light. I mean, folks are not even fully stopped, and they're already grabbing the phone as they're rolling to the red light. All right, 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. That is how you join us. The epidemic at red lights, everybody is on their phone. What did we do prior to having cell phones? What did we do at red lights prior to the cell phone explosion?
Put on makeup.
I can't remember. What did we do?
Yeah, MJ, I was at northbound 75 at Bruce B. Downs. It's a big exit off ramp. I'm car like number 6.
You mean it's not a little?
No, it's a big.
It's not a little tiny one. It's not a little dirt road, like a little trail.
Well, it's like a triple laner.
All right,
3 lanes turn to the left. A big lane turn left.
I've been there.
And
is that where the CB store used to be?
No, that's one south. I'm thinking you're thinking like 54 where the new outlet store is.
No. Bruce B. Downs.
Okay, maybe. I don't go to CB stores.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm the 6th car back.
Right.
Car number 1 and 2 take off. 3, 4, and 5 are stationary, like nothing's happening. All the other cars are gone. I'm car number 6. I hit my horn. I surprised all 3 of them.
Because they're all on their phones.
All 3 of them were looking down at their phone.
Look at the phones. Our phones are on fire right now, and it's everybody that stopped at a red light calling us on their phones. All right, 800-990-1047. The situation where everybody is on their phone at a red light. Is it you? Do you try to refrain? What have you witnessed? Fester just told a great story that people don't go when the light's green because they're on their phones. All right, 800-990-1047. That's how you get on. We'll grab calls here, 800-990-1047. Is it Les?
Yeah, Les.
Les is in Newport Richie. Hey, Les, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, Todd. My car, when I'm always texting you guys, and when I'm listening to the radio station, but I got voice text. That's why it comes up all crazy sometimes. But I'm at the red light, and I do it, and the car in front of me, when the light changes, he leaves, and my car tells me that the lead car is leaving, so I don't have to look at the red light.
Whoa. What do you mean your car tells you that the car in front of you is already taken off?
Yeah, I'm sitting at the red light, and I got a Hyundai Elantra 22, and I'm sitting at the red light, and it goes, ding, lead car is leaving.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Make it do it now.
That's really a feature?
He's not at a stoplight.
Yes, sir.
On the Hyundai Elantra? I didn't know that.
That is a closing feature.
Man,
Sounds like a Knight Rider.
I love the car. Hey, love you guys, and Uncle Fester is my hero.
Okay, well, your expectations are very low, sir.
Wow, a hero.
Keep it low. I got to keep it low. That's how I get through my day.
All right,
Les, thanks for calling in. Thanks for being a fan. We do appreciate it, obviously. Let's grab Will in Riverview. Will, MJ Morning Show, you're up next. Hi.
Hey, morning, guys. Love the show.
Thank you. What's up?
Well, I stay off the phone when I'm in my personal vehicle anymore because I've had a Class A CDL for over 17 years and got caught one time without hands-free, and it cost me over $1,500.
Whoa. All right. So a CDL, that's the truck driver license. That's the special endorsement to drive. And do you drive an 18-wheeler, Will?
Not anymore. Now I run heavy equipment.
All right. So who caught you and where was it? Was it in Florida? Was it out of state? Who caught you on the cell phone without hands-free?
This was in Chicago.
$1,500 ticket in Illinois?
Illinois got me.
What were you hauling?
Pipeline equipment. I was heading up to Canada.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff.
I knew a couple of truckers used to haul pipe up in Canada.
Was that for the Keystone XL pipeline before it got canceled?
No, sir.
All right, anyway. Hey, thanks for calling, Will. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Let's grab Katie in St. Pete. Hey, Katie, MJ Morning Show, and everyone is on the cell phone. The minute they get to the red light, look around. Everyone's picking up the cell phone at the red light. What do you say, Katie?
I know. Okay, so I'm part of Gen Z. I'm 19. I don't grab my phone at all while I'm driving. I like to be as safe as possible on the roads because I know in Florida it's crazy as is. I don't need to bring any more craziness into it. But, like, I don't touch my phone at all.
Katie, that is fantastic.
Yeah, you're a beacon of hope for the future.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's telling the truth?
You know, I believe the children are our future. I think that they can really pave the way. Now, Katie, you said you're 19, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'd like to thank you for assisting in the 18 to 34s. I really do appreciate that. And Katie,
no problem.
Did you learn this in driving class or in driver's ed in school? Who or what instilled in you leave the cell phone alone while you're driving?
Well, I just don't think it's a very good idea. So I guess just my own common sense.
You know what? You sound like a very smart young woman.
All right, what are you doing right now, Katie?
Oh, thank you.
Where are you right now?
Oh.
I parked my car at work.
Oh,
she is.
You tried to catch her.
No, I was not driving when I called you guys.
Right.
I parked my car since I just got to work, and then I called.
Look at that. She's fully stopped in a parking spot. And Katie, before you go, what type of work do you do?
It's actually a new job, so I'd rather not say just in case.
Yeah, hey. Yep, no problem at all. Katie, I highly appreciate you listening to the show.
She works at a gentleman's club.
Oh, thank you.
No, Roxanne, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Hold on, Roxanne, what is wrong with you?
Are you nuts?
Oh, what are you saying that for? She works at a gentleman's club.
Katie, we apologize for Roxanne.
Katie, I'm sorry. You know, Roxanne is Roxanne is getting out of hand.
She probably works at Hot Topic or something.
No, it's okay.
Roxanne,
you guys are my favorite radio show. Okay.
All right, and what is Katie? What is the name of the radio show?
Q105.
Right, and it's the what is the name of the morning show?
MJ Morning Show.
Thank God. Thank you so much. Hey, Katie, love you.
Thank you, Katie. You're lovely.
Katie,
You're welcome. I love you guys too.
Keep in touch with us, Katie. Thank you.
Or good luck at your anonymous job.
All right, let's grab Nick.
I'm not. That's not mean. Roxanne's the mean one.
Roxanne, you know what? You need to be reined in.
The days of the shock jock are over.
Over.
What are you, Roxanne Stern over there?
It doesn't play.
Well, it's just she was being cagey about it. So
She's being cagey. She's 18. She started a job like 2 days ago. Doesn't want to out it.
Hey, Nick's in Tampa. Hi, Nick. A couple more calls. We got to move on. Nick, you're in Tampa, and you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
How's it going?
Go well. Go ahead.
I do it at stoplights, but only if I'm not the first person.
Okay.
So you can't be the lead car. So if you're the lead car at a stoplight,
you can't be in front of you with your peripherals unless you're the second person.
Okay, so you
third
apply
person.
some.
You don't know when the light's going to
Yeah,
change.
you put some boundaries to yourself.
that's a good point. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. I'll grab a few more calls. Let me give out the 1K song of the day first. And here's the deal. This is really an awesome contest. It's the Q105 1K song of the day. At 8 o'clock, I give you the song title. I'm going to do it right now. Then you listen for that song to play between 9 and 5. When you hear it, be the seventh caller, 800-990-1047. Win $1,000. Today is Tuesday the 12th. You're listening for Don't You Want Me by Human League. You know, don't you want me, baby?
Don't sing it.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail, something like that.
Hotel bar.
All right, so Don't You Want Me, Human League. It's going to play sometime between 9 and 5. When you hear it, be the seventh caller, win $1,000.
Is it hotel bar or cocktail bar?
Cocktail bar. No, it's
MJ,
cocktail bar.
I have a question.
Yeah.
As far as the driving thing goes, when I was in driver's ed, it was a part of it, obviously. But I wonder if these days, in driver's ed class, if there's a big part of it about phones.
I'm sure there is.
Like if there's a whole section of you can't use your phone, they probably tell you to put it under your seat or something.
I'm sure there is.
Because in my day.
All right, a few more calls here. Let's grab Jackie in Tampa. Hey, Jackie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. What was that? Was that you, Froggy?
Froggy, did you clear your whole lung there? Did you get it, buddy?
You all right?
It was a bad
Did you get your week's worth of phlegm? God, Froggy, we're on the radio here, dude.
All right, Fess, I don't need that description either from you.
A sound effect from Froggy.
Right. Just leave it at the sound effect. Hey, Jackie in Tampa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, Jackie, go ahead.
Okay, the only point I wanted to bring up was whenever I was driving, I always used Bluetooth.
Yeah, but the deal is when people pull up to the red light and they grab their phone, they need the screen. They're checking email. They're checking text. It's not just making a call on Bluetooth, which obviously if you're driving and make a call, that's hands-free. Now, everyone wants to look at their phone, and something on the screen is what everyone does when they pull up to a red light.
Oh, not me.
Well, good for you, Jackie. I appreciate you checking in. Have a great one.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, two more. Brooke is in Lakeland. Hey, Brooke, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how are you?
We are well. We can tell you're on hands-free. It'll pass. Brooke, tell us about your cell phone habits at a red light.
Okay, so I only check my phone if I want to change the song. That's it.
All right, hold on. You only...
That's dangerous, too. I find myself going through Spotify and almost crashing.
All right, so you heard what she said. So you only check your phone if you want to change the song?
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, don't mess with changing songs. You listen to the MJ Morning Show.
Or like when you're typing in an art...
What was that?
That's true. I do listen. I'm also a part of Gen Z, too. I'm 23.
Hold on. You're say that again. You're 23 and you're what?
I'm a part of Gen Z, just like Katie.
Gotcha. So Gen Z, just like Katie, the last caller.
Responsible.
Well, Brooke, it's great to hear that you're a responsible, driver. I mean, you're on hands-free right now. So, but when you go to a red light, do you grab your phone?
No, I just look around.
All right.
I really do.
All right.
Just look around.
Yeah, I look at people in the car next to me and just stare at them.
Just make people uncomfortable.
I mean, that's what I like to do.
Hey, Brooke, thanks for the call. Drive safely. Thanks for listening. Again, our demographic, our demographics are great. I mean,
it's growing like a fungus.
We had a 19-year-old, 23-year-old, both female, and
Estelle's 82 and she's on line 1.
She is?
No.
Hello. All right. Hey, I've fallen and I can't get up. Rodney's in Tampa. Final call on this before we move on. Rodney, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning. Couple things real fast to cover. Yes, I do not use my phone while I'm at a red light. I drive a truck. I have a CDL license.
Yep.
But secondly, most importantly, I do have a patent with a partner of mine. And actually, we're trying to get it involved in the DOT circuit where it gets installed in vehicles, but when you get in your car, you can only use it for 911 calls only, period. That's it. Nothing. If you want to use your phone, you got to pull over and get out of your car to use your phone. Right now, we're testing it in 5 different states.
Wow.
And we're getting thumbs up on it. We're trying to get it down here in Florida.
Wow.
I'm actually going to have a meeting with Governor DeSantis in 2 weeks to see if we can get him to approve a bill.
Wait a second. You have a meeting with Governor DeSantis in 2 weeks?
Yes, I do.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, Rodney, do me a favor. Hey, Rodney, keep in touch with. Let us know how this goes.
It's like a Shark Tank item or something,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you call Mr. Wonderful or something?
Get him to invest.
Yes.
This thing bleeping stinks.
Yes. Tell you what, why don't you come up with something so his wife doesn't ram a boat into somebody on a lake?
We're working on that next.
Yes.
Bumper boat.
Hey.
Well, we actually have something we're working on, too, as far as high-speed traces.
Wow.
That's being tested in 3 states right now with Florida Highway, well, not Florida Highway Patrol, but Highway Patrol, and to see if it works where they can actually decrease the RPMs and slow the vehicle down just by typing the plate number into their computer.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that. I got to be honest, Rodney.
Rodney, so far I hate all of your inventions. I hate every one of them.
So they have a thing in their car and it'll make your car explode immediately.
Hey, Rodney, thank you for calling. Rodney, keep in touch. Let us know how everything goes, all right? Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, the phones blew up on again. Notice, look around you. Go to a red light. Everybody immediately picks up their cell phone and they're looking at their phones at a red light.
And the text line blew up as well.
Yep.
And one of the texters said that she has a Geico app on her phone and it tattles on her when she picks up her phone.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I went to my insurance agent. They wanted to put like the tracking on my phone to see how fast I
Nope.
go. I'm like, save your 5% discount.
Yeah.
Speaking of vehicles, Fester has a little bit of a situation here in that you're about to get on the Amtrak auto train, and this is going to be during our late July vacation week. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we're taking a vacation at the end of next week.
Right.
Right? We're taking a week off from the morning show. Everybody's hopefully planning a summer trip. And I planned a summer trip. And it's turning out to be a bigger hassle.
All right. Fester's having some kind of big problem with Allison, his wife. So the auto train, obviously, is where you can bring your car. I've been on the auto train like half a dozen times. I like the auto train. You get on the auto train in Sanford, outside of Orlando, and then the next morning you wake up in Lorton, Virginia, just outside of D.C. It saves you like 1,000 miles of driving, saves you the wear and tear on the vehicle. You get to enjoy the train. I love trains. Every once in a while, you smash into a car at an intersection, which I did on my last ride on the auto train.
Dude, that's real. Okay, yeah. That's part of our argument. That's part of the whole thing that's happening.
We hit a drunk driver got stalled on the tracks right outside of Goose Creek, South Carolina, right near Monk's Corner. So I was on the Amtrak auto train going north, and we bashed into a drunk dude's car that he just parked on the tracks, and he'd gotten out, so he didn't get hit. Anyway, so here's the dilemma. So you guys are going up to, you're going to tour like Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia? Is that the plan?
I think we're going to make our way to the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
And then saunter on back.
All right, so here's the problem.
Saunter.
The problem is the vehicle that they are going to take on the auto train.
Yeah, that's the problem.
All right, now, if you listen to the show, folks, Allison, Fester's wife, just got a brand new Tesla.
What
the hell was that?
You hit a button accidentally?
I did.
All right, it's all right.
We're professionals.
Yeah. So, Fester's wife just got a brand new Tesla Model Y. And she doesn't want to take it on the auto train because she says...
Okay, that was the plan all along.
Right.
The plan is, hey, we'll take this trip. We got this nice new car. We'll take a nice long trip. We'll enjoy it. We'll have our own vehicle. She busts out the other day. I've been thinking about it. I don't think I want to take the Tesla on the auto train trip. And I was like, why not? She goes, couple things. One,
okay, your voice of Allison is getting weirder.
I know. It's like this.
That's exactly how she sounds.
Okay, yeah.
That's exactly how. She's like, Fester.
She calls you Fester.
First of all,
she's like, they're going to ding my car.
You sound even more ridiculous than the girls in White Chicks, right? Wasn't that like Damon
the
Wayans?
Wayans brothers.
Weren't they talking like that? In that?
Oh my God. I don't want the guys from the auto train. They're going to ding my new car. I don't want my car to be dinged.
Guess who's on hold?
You got Deng Kang?
Allison is calling in.
Well, she'll corroborate all this.
Yeah.
Not only she was first she started with the ding, and then she's like, then we saw that news report, or she saw that the Boy Scouts that saved the people from the Amtrak that fell over.
You mean derailed? Not many people say the train fell over.
It was on its side.
It's called a derailment.
It was more than a derailment.
Yes,
She's like, what if it derails? It'll total our car. I was like, well, we get insurance.
Allison is on the phone. Allison is Fester's wife. All right, Allison, I'd like to hear what you have to say about this whole auto train debacle, that you don't want to put your brand new Tesla SUV on the train, but then the option is Fester wants to take his 2004 Lincoln Town Car as the family ride for you guys to drive all over the Northeast.
I don't want to take his car. His car is like a cigar bucket. It's gross.
It is. I've been in it. And plus the fact that it's mechanically, I think, unsound.
It makes a lot of sounds.
To the mechanic to like fix it up. But even when he does that, like you can't open the doors. The doors are stuck.
I know, that's true.
It has cigars.
It's got cigar. Yeah, it's called cigar burns all over the headliner. He's got cigar burns on the seats. He's got cigar burns on the carpet. Dude, you even have cigar burns like on the A-pillar of the vehicle.
That happened because I was smoking a big cigar when I was making a turn, and my hand just wiped the cigar right on my A-pillar, and I burnt a hole right through it.
So what? It's your car.
That's right. It's my car. And so she's like, I don't want to take my Tesla because we're afraid that she's afraid they're gonna ding it up.
All right, now Allison, I don't think they're going to ding up your car. Now, when you get on the auto train, they have a person that videos the entire car. So, so this is what they do, because they don't want people making erroneous claims. When you go on the auto train, and I love the auto train, love it.
What kind of car did you put on there, Fester?
Hold on a minute. They walk around your entire car and they video the car, so you can't get off on the other end and say, "Oh, look, you bashed in the whole passenger door." And then they can pull out the video. Nope, it was fine.
That's you kicking it in.
It was bashed when you got here.
Correction. Look, here's the video. When we walked around your car, your whole door was bashed in when you got here. This didn't happen on the train. So listen, Allison, I don't think they're going to damage your car.
Well, I mean, I just think that it's a brand new car, taking it on a road trip. We're not, real good at charging it yet. And I thought, it would just be easier if we could rent a car and then just, leave the cars here.
All right, so you don't want to take your brand new Tesla and put it on the auto train.
The Lincoln is fine.
You don't want to take Fester's 2004 Lincoln Town Car with water in the headlights and taillights that slosh around, broken windshield wipers.
Broken windshield
that's cracked. Burns all over the place.
I recently just outed a brake light, so I only have one brake light.
Yeah, but it won't go into self-drive mode and drive your family off a bridge.
Exactly.
Hey, there's another one of those stories.
Of course there is.
Hey,
That's all there is.
Well, there's a new Tesla mystery story, which I can probably get to here. But Allison, I understand your concern that the door handles, they don't all work from the inside. So you can't
it's not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe to escape from in the event of something.
So the chances of your car just catching on fire are probably greater than most. And then people, they don't know if the door handle is going to work to get out of the car.
The Lincoln Town Car is the safest car on the road,
No, it's
people.
not. No, it's
You
not.
have a window breaker. You'll be fine.
The Ford Panther platform is the finest thing Detroit has ever produced.
Allison, you have good instincts. Go with your gut and rent a vehicle. Anytime we take a road trip and my family, I rent a vehicle. It just takes a lot of stress away.
So here's the other problem.
Are you allowed to rent a car, let's say at like Tampa International, or go to an Enterprise location? Are you allowed to rent a car and then put it on the auto train and then have the auto train take it up to
Why not?
Northern Virginia and then drive it around Pennsylvania and D.C.? Are you allowed to do that?
I got to admit, I've never really read all the fine print, but I don't think it says don't put on a train. I never thought of that.
I mean, put all the miles on somebody else's car. Why would you want to put all the miles on a brand new car and then, his car is self-explanatory? Why would
I'll tell you what. Hold on a minute. I have a friend of mine who is a bigwig at a large car rental operation here in Tampa. Now, I don't know if he's going to pick up, but let me, Allison, can you hold on a sec?
Sure.
All right, hold on. Let me, hold on. Michelle's calling in here. Hold on a sec. Michelle's calling on my cell phone. Yes, Michelle. Oh, she just hung up. Maybe that was
a butt dial.
Must have been a missed call.
Mr. Hertz.
All right, hang on a minute. Let me buzz my buddy here.
Mr. Alamo?
Mr. Alamo. Mr. Enterprise. Please,
We can do this all day.
Call me Eddie.
Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Pick up line 2, and if my buddy picks up, just tell him, hey, you're calling for MJ Todd Schnitt, and ask him if we can talk to him on the show if we don't identify maybe his car rental company if he doesn't want to. I don't even know if he's going to pick up because he's probably busy at work. But I want to know, can Fester rent a car and then stick the rental car on the auto train? Is that possible?
Then I'm hoping for a derailment.
Yeah. So tell him that we don't have to mention his name or his... Oh, it's good? All right, good. All right, hey. Hey, dude, it's MJ Todd Schnitt. Hey, man, how you doing this morning?
Good, man. How are you?
All right. Now, can I use your first name, or do you want me to keep everything anonymous?
Go ahead. That's fine.
All right. So this is my buddy Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
And Andrew, we don't want to mention the car company, right? The rental car company.
He doesn't even know what we're calling about.
Andrew, you there?
Yeah. Hey.
All right. So all right. So I won't mention the big car rental company that you're with, but is it okay if Fester needs to rent a car? Is he able to rent the car and then put it on the auto train, go up to Northern Virginia, tour Washington, D.C., and Pennsylvania, Philly, the Poconos, with your rental car from Tampa, and then put it back on the auto train and drive back? Is that okay? Can you do that?
No one's ever asked that, but yes, I believe so.
So the plan
he would just be responsible for anything that happens. The train derails.
The derailment's on me.
Wait a second. No. Fester calls that if the train falls over.
Listen, Andrew, here's
No
what we're doing.
blame on the engineer.
We're taking the auto train up, and then we're driving back. So it's like a one-way auto train.
Right. Oh, you are driving back.
We're driving back.
Oh,
so that's why the car is kind of important. That's why she does. If it was just around Washington, we'd definitely take my 2004 Lincoln.
Oh, I didn't know you were driving back. All right, so Andrew, that's something that you can do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, though, he is responsible for anything as soon as he leaves our lot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right.
Whoa,
Hey,
Mr. Rent-a-car guy. He's responsible
Tornado
for
picks it up. He's responsible.
as soon as he leaves our lot.
Well, dude, that's pretty standard.
I know.
You're kind of responsible for the rental car once you drive it out of their lot.
And that's a great point. Out of the lot, Andrew, you're
you
going to
can
love.
throw it on a plane, a boat,
Right.
whatever.
You're going to love this story being in your industry. One time I rented a car, could have been from one of your stores in Phoenix. I drove over the spokes and
You mean the spikes?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Spikes.
You mean with all those signs, don't drive, warning, do not enter, don't back up, all that stuff.
I blew out all the tires, and I was in a strange city, and I assumed people were shooting at me, so I hid in the car. But they didn't charge me for that, so thank you.
Jeez. Talk about paranoid.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait, so when the tires all blew on the spikes, you thought people were shooting at you?
Yes.
Or spokes. I mean, vowels. Who cares, right?
So, Andrew, I guess, can you hook Fester up? Can I put you in touch with Fester?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take care of him.
Oh, God.
All right.
Fester, you're going to blow
I'm thinking
it.
like we need like something the size of a Ford Focus or something.
Yeah.
I'll put you in a Spark. No
Yeah,
worries.
that was what I. Hey, Al, can you pick up Allison?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm glad you said that, Andrew. Hey, Allison, remember when I had to rent a car for you a couple of months ago?
You rented a desk box for me. Like the bumper was right, like behind my seat.
Yeah, it was like a smart car, but smaller.
You know what? I never got those smart cars. How smart is a smart car? I mean, really, you're driving around in a vehicle the size of a walnut, and you've got beer trucks and 18-wheelers. You've got excursions. Really, how smart were you to drive a smart car that was literally the size of a lawn chair? I never thought that was
not too bright at all.
Exactly.
You can get in a good parallel parking.
All right, so Allison, Andrew's still on the line. We're going to cut him loose here in a second, but he can rent you a car and you can do what you want. Put it on the auto train, drive it home. It's fine.
I would love to do that. I would love to rent the car and not have to worry about our cars and his crazy car. So that would be awesome.
All right, Andrew, I guess Fester will be in touch, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. Give him my number and I'll take care of you guys.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm going to put my 2004 Lincoln on Turo for the week that I'm out of town. If anybody wants to rent it,
Oh, that's right.
$25 a day or something.
You're responsible for them.
I don't get that either. That it's Turo. What is it called? Turo?
T-U-R-O, Turo, yeah.
Where you can just rent somebody's car from a private person. Who the hell wants to turn your personal car over to a total stranger?
I don't know. I don't know it.
God.
You should put pictures of your car up there and just really trash it on the
All right. Allison, it looks like I've solved your problem once again.
Thank you, MJ. I appreciate it.
All right, who comes to the rescue? Who can you count on 24/7?
MJ.
There you go. Thank you.
Since when?
Yeah, maybe Allison can count on him. I call with a problem. He's like, tough crap. Allison calls. Oh, yeah, no problem. We'll take care of it.
Speaking of vehicles, is this real? Surveillance video from an AM/PM gas station shows, and this is out in California. This is Roseville, California. The surveillance cameras show that a person swapped gas station hoses and nozzles with the pump, I guess, on the opposite side. So the individual that was pulling up and put their credit card in was paying for the gas of the person on the other side of the pump.
How do they not see it wrapped around?
Yeah.
How dumb are they?
I got to see this video.
I mean, when the line gets hooked up on the holder, you can't even move it that much. And I always get hooked on the holder.
Is this a real story? Is this?
It doesn't seem right. How long is the hose? Fester, where's your hose at?
It's in the office.
You can't even wrap it around your body, probably, can you?
No, it's like I have 12 feet of hose.
According to the Daily Mail, the amount that the unsuspected driver ended up paying for the other driver remains unclear. The suspect, who was wearing a black windbreaker, remains unidentified. He switched out the nozzle and walked between pumps with no other cars around him before the unsuspecting driver pulls up, puts the credit card in. Meanwhile, that gas pump's hose is on the other side. So the person puts the credit card in, selects the grade, and now
right.
And he sees he sees it tallying because the other guy is using his gas hose and thinks he's putting gas in his car, but he's not.
He's not.
You know what? I'm looking at how this guy did it. The hose comes from the top of the gas pump.
Right. Yeah,
and
yeah,
one
yeah.
goes one way, one goes the other. He just switched it. The other guy I probably would have fallen for this as well.
I mean, what a racket.
And he's playing with the nozzle, wondering why nothing's working, and the other guy just loads right up.
This is unbelievable.
I wonder how many times he's done that.
Because, you've got the gas pump in the island, and you have the pump that you can use on the right. You can use the pump on the left. It's the same pump, just opposite side. This guy just switched the hoses. That is crazy.
Brilliant, crazy.
Yeah.
Awful. But
the guy then goes back to his black Mercedes and observes the other driver filling up his car with the wrong nozzle while pretending to be filling up his own car. And then I guess this is a known tactic, but I've never heard of this. This is the first time I've heard of this scam, this racket.
how do you know which side of the pump, if the hoses come from the top, which side's meant for your side?
That's a very good point.
Interesting.
I didn't know this was a thing. You know what else I didn't know was a thing? A Walgreens clerk refusing to sell condoms because of personal beliefs.
All right. This person doesn't need to be working at Walgreens.
Listen to this. This is another crazy story. I guess an employee's personal faith can play a role in what you can buy at that store if they're the cashier. So this is from the Minneapolis newspaper, the Star Tribune, that this woman and her husband, they went to a place in Wisconsin. This is over July 4th weekend. She forgot her oral contraceptives. She forgot the pill. Left it back home in Minneapolis. They pull into a drugstore, and she goes to pick up a box of condoms and some other things. And then the clerk says, "Oh, I can't sell those to you." That's what the clerk said. And the clerk's name was John. And she's like, "What do you mean you can't sell these?" And then she gestures to the aisle where she picked up the box. And, she was confused. Did the guy not realize that I picked these condoms up off the shelf?
At the store that you work in?
Yeah, exactly. And John works at it was a Walgreens. John was the cashier at Walgreens. And apparently, John said, "Well, we can sell those to you, but I can't. I will not sell those because of his faith."
John.
And then the woman said, "Hey, that's none of your business. I'm just walking into Walgreens to buy the condoms. Please just ring me up on the condoms." And then John says, "No, I can't do it because of my faith." The woman says, "Listen, it's none of your business." He says, "Well, I'm sorry. This is what my faith demands." And then the woman says, "You're not sorry." There was a whole line of customers that's backing up during the situation. She said that she was the only woman in the store at the time. She said it was very lonely for her. Then the clerk waved his manager over. They're waiting. And then the manager offered to ring up everything that wasn't a condom also. So
Okay, so this, first of all, is this the first time somebody's ever tried to buy condoms from this cashier, because they sell them there, and he would have to have the same answer for everybody?
I guess that's the deal. All right, so let me clarify here. So the guy with the religious belief, he said that he'll ring up everything except the condoms. The manager's called over. Let me clarify. And the clerk asked the manager to ring up the guy at a different register.
What a pain.
So he could avoid total contact with the condoms.
Oh, God. What if they touch the condoms? What's going to happen?
All right, so employee number 1 would not ring up the condoms. He did call the manager over who rang up the customer at a whole different register, so she was able to buy the condoms. And then I guess the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, the newspaper, they asked Walgreen Company for a response, and Walgreen responded, "Our company policy allows team members to step away from completing a transaction to which they have a moral objection and refer the transaction to a fellow team member or manager who will complete the customer's request."
I don't believe in deodorant, sir. Sorry.
Sorry, yes.
Against my religion.
Sir, I don't believe in brushing your teeth. Put that crest back on the shelf.
No, sir. I don't believe in Depends underwear. I don't care if you're 97.
Sorry, I don't care.
Put them back.
Adults shouldn't be wearing that stuff.
But I need them.
Nope, sorry, sir.
I don't believe
I'm
in.
going to go in my pants.
I don't believe in crest. I believe in crust. All
Sorry.
right. Yeah, put the toothpaste back. I didn't know that. So Walgreen, we call it Walgreens, but it really is Walgreen and Company or Walgreen Company. So they have a policy. If the employee doesn't want to check out a customer with an item that they find morally problematic, they don't have to. I didn't know that.
That's the worst policy for a store I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, because that's just what you want too. If you were buying something like condoms, is to have attention drawn to you and have multiple employees and multiple people in line see what's happening.
Yeah, well.
Sorry, sir. I don't believe in gas X.
But please, sir.
Froggy, stop with your 6-year-old.
I really need this.
I'm not the one making the sound.
Who's making the sound? Is that Roxanne? Roxanne, stop making those sounds. Yeah. Would you stop? Dude, stop. Enough. Dude, stop. I'm turning your mic off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Ew, he's spitting everywhere.
Stop. I don't need your COVID spit all over the place. Come on.
Gross.
But listen, you learn something new every day. I had no idea. I wonder if anyone listening ever went to a store and the clerk refused to sell them something. Should we ask?
Yeah, what kind of things would be refused?
I have no idea if the phones are going to ring on this. But
Alcohol?
Well, you can't get it from a... Sometimes when I go get my cheap wine, they're like, sorry, sir, I'm only 19. I got to get somebody else to get that.
Well, or you work at a liquor store and you're like, sir, I'm sorry, I can't sell you this liquor.
I don't believe it.
It's against my religion.
I'm Amish.
Working in a liquor store. All right, phones are ringing. Andrew, I haven't even given out the number. Tell you what, let's give it a whirl. Phone us up. Have you ever had an issue buying something at a store where the person said, yeah, you know what, my convictions, my morality, my religion, whatever, I can't sell this to you. Have you ever had that problem at a store? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. We got a call on hold already. I didn't even give out the number.
That guy probably doesn't sell tobacco. He probably doesn't sell lighters. He probably doesn't sell anything.
Yeah, like a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Sorry, sir. It's against my religion.
All right, 800-990-1047. If you ever had something similar, you want to weigh in. Do you think if you work at Walgreens, you should be able to sell the condoms? Or do you agree that you shouldn't have to if you don't want to? Let me grab Lisa. Hey, Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're doing well. Lisa, go ahead. What's your story?
Okay, so I was going to Walgreens. I wanted to get some highlights in my hair, and my hair is dark brown, so I picked out these really nice shades of highlights. I got in line, and the girl in the cashier said, I don't think you should buy these.
Hold on, you're trying to buy a hair coloring product? And the cashier said, I don't think you should buy this?
Yes.
Was it the cashier or the girl next to you?
Hold on. Do me a favor. Can you talk a little louder into your hands free? It's a little tough to hear, okay?
Okay.
All right. So who said that? The cashier or another customer said you shouldn't buy this?
The cashier.
Okay.
All right, and what reason did she give you for not buying the product?
She said, I don't think you should buy these. I don't think they're going to look good. You really should put them back. Just let your hair be normal, be natural.
My God.
None of your business.
So, Lisa, how did this end? Did you buy it or did you take her advice? What happened?
No, I put it back.
And you just left?
She talked for like 5 minutes. I felt like really bad about myself, and I went, oh my gosh, okay, I won't buy them.
She gave you a lecture for 5 minutes at the Walgreens checkout?
At a complex. Don't listen to her.
There wasn't really anybody in the store, so she just wanted to tell me what she thought about it.
Now, how old were you when this happened?
45.
All right. And then how old was the clerk at Walgreens trying to talk you out of the hair coloring product?
Probably 25.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, so you left the store, Lisa. Did you ever change your hair color or style, or did that wreck it?
I never put highlights on my hair after that, but I did.
Wow.
It was a pivotal moment.
Jeez.
It really, every time I thought of getting a different hairstyle, I think of that.
Oh, my God, that is crazy.
You need counseling. I mean that in a nice way, but like you got to get over that.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for calling in. Have a great one. All right, let me grab Debbie is in Largo. Wow, two back. Lisa was in Largo. Now Debbie in Largo. Hey, Debbie, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hi. It just didn't happen to me, but do you remember that woman that was out in Utah, I think in the Mormon state, and this gay couple came into the bakery and she refused to take the order for their wedding cake?
Yeah, that's a famous story. The baker did not want to do a wedding cake for a gay marriage. Yes, I remember. That was a big story, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and there was also that other woman that wouldn't put through a marriage license for a...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, what state was that? Was that like Alabama or Tennessee or something? I remember that story as well. Debbie, thanks for the call. Let me Anonymous in Tampa. Hello, Anonymous. MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Good morning. It's kind of embarrassing, but my girl and I were up there in age, and so I went there, and it wasn't Walgreens. It was CVS. And I went and bought his and hers KY jelly, and they denied me his and hers my jelly. Well, the guy wouldn't sell it to me because, one, he had wrong thoughts about it. But secondly, he announces over the microphone he needs a manager to come up and ring out a customer for KY jelly. That was embarrassing. Was. I mean, I wanted, if I could have crawled underneath the counter, I wanted to.
I need a manager up to the front register, please. I've got a guy trying to check out with KY jelly.
What brand?
KY jelly. I need a manager up to the front register, please.
I knew this was going to happen.
You knew
KY jelly.
The stuff for sex?
What? What aisle is that in?
You could have covered yourselves in the receipts from CVS and hid your faces with those big receipts that they did.
Exactly. You could, you could wrap yourself like a mummy. Exactly. You're like King Tut with that stuff. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for the call. All right, a few more. We got to move on. John is in Bradenton. John, we're talking about being denied the ability to buy something at a store that sells the item because the cashier, the clerk, the employee has some kind of moral conviction against selling it to you. John, Bradenton, what happened?
Yeah, I was actually at a Winn-Dixie.
Hey, dude, can you pick up your phone? It's really echoey.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
thanks.
for all people calling our show, anytime you call in, just pick up your phone.
All right, John, go ahead.
Is that better?
Yeah, a lot better, yep.
Okay, I was at a Winn-Dixie in Bradenton, and I put my prescription there for my HRT. And I got a phone call saying, under good moral support, I cannot fill it.
Huh?
Hold on, what was the drug?
Hormone replacement therapy.
Oh, okay. HRT, hormone, I got you. All right. So what happened? Were you able to get it from a different pharmacist at that pharmacy, but not that one?
No, I had to go to a totally different pharmacy.
Oh, wow.
Never
They
heard
told
of
me
that.
flat out, we will not fill it.
Yeah, I heard of that also. I know that there are some pharmacists that have issues with certain medications. Hey, listen, like like Plan B or the morning after, whatever that stuff is. Hey, John, thanks. All right, 2 more calls and I got to move on. Let me grab Scott is in Riverview. Hey, Scott, MJ Morning Show, welcome.
Morning. How are you?
We are well. What happened?
I went through Burger King the other day for lunch. In the middle of my work day, I get in the left-hand drive-through. There's a left hand and a right hand.
Yeah.
And 4 people in the right-hand lane got their order taken and went through the drive-through, and nobody ever asked me for my order. So I just got in line, drove up to the window, and they said, "What's your name?" I said, "I've been in line for 20 minutes. Nobody took my order. I'd like to order a Whopper and a sweet tea." They said, "Go back around and get back in line again."
Whoa.
All right.
So
And this is why
I went to McDonald's.
Yeah, okay. Usually they're right across the street.
That's kind of odd. All right, thanks. All right, last call. Cece is in St. Pete. Cece, what's your story? Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi. Well, my story is we were in LJ in Georgia, and we were in little downtown in Georgia, and we had just gotten there from Florida, and we wanted to eat pizza. So my husband went inside and tried to order a pizza, and they decided to say, "Well, we don't have enough staff, so we can't serve you. Sorry." And he's like, "Well, there's just 2 people out. We see people." And then they're like, "Well, we don't have any seating." And I found a seat outside. He's like, "Well, my wife is sitting right outside." And then they proceeded at a pizzeria to say, "Well, we ran out of dough."
Yeah.
So my husband's like, "What kind of pizzeria runs out of dough?" So then, luckily, next to him, there was a gentleman that was also from Florida and said, "What kind of effing," and he just cursed up a storm.
Yep.
"What kind of effing place does not have dough?" And my husband then realized, I don't think this guy wants to serve me because I'm Latino, So he goes, "Listen, I just got in from Florida. Please make us 2 pies, and we'll take it to go. We don't even have to eat here." So the guy was upset, but made the pizza.
Wait, so suddenly they had dough?
Yep, suddenly they had dough. So
Guess
my
we
husband
do.
knew. He's like, "I think this is a racial issue,"
Wow.
'cause he's like, "Oh, we
Sounds
don't have
like
any dough." But because the guy made another, guest made such a big deal about it and was yelling at the restaurant, the guy kind of realized, I better shut up and make this pizza because this other guy's making a big deal.
Are you kidding me? Cece, you got the biggest piece of spit pie.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Seriously, Cece. Listen, you
But,
go to a place, they say they can't serve you, you leave.
At that point, you definitely, I wouldn't want anything from that place. I got to be honest, Cece.
Yeah.
Or you could have gone to Cece's Pizza.
Oh, you stole Hal Herman's joke.
You're right. So when he came outside and my husband told me the story and we were supposed to leave, I said, "No, I'm sitting right here and I'm going to stay as long as I have to."
Wow. Hey, Cece, thanks for checking in. I'm sorry that happened to you. Go to a different place.
Yeah,
Don't patronize them.
Somebody says they don't want to serve you. You take their word for it and you go.
Go to Cece's and get some cinnamon bun pizza.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, what's up?
I was dining in a restaurant one time and I ordered veal. And the waitress got on my case about ordering veal.
Oh, because of
Yeah.
It's the laziest.
So she's a vegan at a steak restaurant, it sounds like.
or the caging of where the veal
that,
comes
right, the
from,
veal,
the baby cow,
Mm.
exactly, and the fact that a lot of times
they're kicked.
They're kept in little bitty pens, and
That's
all
why
that
they're so
stuff.
tasty.
Yeah, so
Oftentimes, I'll try to buy alcohol and I will not have my driver's license on me, and I don't get. They won't sell it to me.
Well, at
In my
Walgreens, you
dreams.
have to have your ID.
yeah, because you
In my
look
fantasy.
like you're 17. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's my fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh! You know what that is?
Roxanne's age? What? I don't know.
No.
Talking about Roxanne not having her ID. What?
Folks, it's warning time.
Oh,
When you hear that, that's MJ Morning Show warning time. This is a public service from the MJ Morning Show. This is nuts. This woman picks up a dollar bill off the ground. She happened to be at a McDonald's on Highway 70, and this was in Bellevue, Tennessee.
Yeah, buddy.
So Bellevue, Tennessee, woman's at a McDonald's on Highway 70, sees a dollar bill on the ground, picks up the dollar bill. Next thing, she passes out. Apparently, her husband said that it looked like she was dying. All right, folks, you've got to hear this. All right, hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. I will be back with the crew in minutes. We just wrapped up now our hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. All right, if that doesn't hold you over, I don't know what will. Woman picks up a dollar bill and then collapses in a McDonald's parking lot. You got to hear this story, and it is next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Crew, Fester, Roxanne, Froggy, and
What's so funny, big boy?
Fester will not stop, like staring at Roxanne.
It's not staring. It's staring in the It's like a train wreck.
What?
It's
Okay.
a very pretty train wreck. Or maybe it's not a train wreck.
You're just digging yourself into.
All right, MJ, hold on.
Folks, will explain in a second. I got to do the story on the dollar bill first. All
I
right.
got Esmeralda sitting next to me over here. Okay.
So Fester will not stop looking at Roxanne. She.
In a ridiculous way. In a pretty ridiculous way.
Hang on.
This is getting worse and worse.
I want to compliment you, but it's hysterical.
We'll explain in a minute. Now, I've seen it. It is Fester. You're making a big deal out of this.
What? Are you crazy?
Hold on. We'll share the situation with the audience
All right.
on what Fester is observing regarding Roxanne
What
and
the world is observing
All right.
regarding Roxanne.
Hold on. We'll explain in a moment. Let me finish up with the story. If you're just tuning in, I'll tell you what happened. If you were listening through the break and you're waiting for the details on the story, here we go. A woman thought she was dying. This woman is in a McDonald's parking lot. And listen, this is nothing on McDonald's. This could be anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere, right?
Could have,
Yeah.
could have been a Popeyes, could have been anything. Could have been a Walmart, could have been anywhere. This woman is in Bellevue, Tennessee, and she's in a McDonald's parking lot. She sees a dollar bill on the ground. This is off Highway 70.
Yeah, a suburb of Nashville.
She reaches down, picks up the dollar bill, and the next thing she passes out. The woman looked like she was dying. She was unconscious. She was very pale. This is according to her husband, Justin, and he gave an interview to Channel 2 in Nashville, which is WKRN television. Hey, did Hal Herman ever work at Channel 2, WKRN?
No, just Channel 2 Whammo News.
Now, did you get fired from Channel 2 Whammo News?
Well, yeah, I told you, I did a 6-month stint, and they caught me drinking during my shift. So...
By the way, there's an update on that woman.
Yes, I was very... I was sad to see, because the same thing happened to me back in 1992.
So, Hal Herman, Channel 2, Nashville. And can you wrap up the 6:30 newscast here real quick?
Sure. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching Channel 2 Whammo News. Coming up next, your local television show, Mid-Atlantic Wrestling.
All right, so Channel 2 does an interview with the family, with the husband here. And she picked up the dollar bill in minutes. She couldn't breathe. Her body felt numb.
Oh, my gosh.
This story is terrifying me as you're saying it.
She had a burning sensation. She passed out. Her husband said that she was unconscious for a little bit. And she said it started at her shoulders and then it goes down. It numbed her entire body.
Isn't this how Kim Jong-un kills people?
Hey, sounds like it could be pretty close here.
You just put stuff on a cloth and rubs it on you?
Justin, the husband, said that the wife started slurring her speech, I think like the newscaster on the Albany TV station, which we do have an update on that. We'll get to that in a second.
What's on this thing?
He drove her immediately as she went unconscious, threw her in the car, and drove to the closest hospital. She said, I grabbed my husband's arm with the same hand that I had touched the money with. And she's saying, Justin, please help me. It won't stop. It's getting worse. So then the husband starts feeling side effects. The husband has his lips start to go numb.
So the money's tainted?
Hold on. Then his arm broke out with a rash. Folks, this all started with her seeing a dollar bill on the ground in a McDonald's parking lot, reaching down, picking up the dollar bill, and then suddenly she's unconscious. And she's tingling, she's slurring her speech, she's completely, about to collapse here, right? Then the husband touches her hand, and then he starts feeling symptoms here. Anyway, the husband's symptoms lasted only about an hour. Now, Renee, the wife, her symptoms lasted for about 4 hours, and she was released from the hospital on an accidental overdose. Now, the family says that the toxicology report doesn't test for synthetic drugs, but they think that the dollar bill must have been coated with fentanyl or some other type of drug had permeated the dollar bill. They touched the dollar, and look what happened.
Oh, my God.
So was it a ruse that someone put that dollar out there to try to get someone to pass out and then kidnap them? Or was it just someone using the dollar bill to do the drugs?
It's a good question. So the possibilities are, did this happen intentionally? Did somebody literally lace money with fentanyl in order to, make them collapse or maybe kill them? Is this like a hidden camera deal? Hey, we're gonna lace this dollar bill with fentanyl. We'll put it on the ground. We'll hide, and then we'll video them collapsing.
Okay, that's not the greatest practical joke.
There are sickos out there, or maybe forget about the video and the practical joke. Maybe somebody was trying to kill somebody, or maybe it was a drug dealer or somebody that deals in fentanyl, and they dropped the dollar, but it was contaminated. I mean, those are the possibilities here.
I mean, if you're doing fentanyl through a dollar bill and then you just you drop it,
trying to make change for somebody,
contaminated, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that how that works?
Anyway, the couple is saying that they want people to know because it could have been a kid. And she's counting her blessings, according to the interview with WKRN TV in Nashville. And they're saying that this could have been a lot worse. They're planning on getting Narcan training. And, of course, Narcan, that is the resuscitative drug. Is that the way to put it? That if people OD, all cops carry Narcan these days, and obviously the EMTs and the fire trucks have Narcan in case of an overdose. They can jam, the Narcan needle pen in your leg or wherever to revive you from like an opioid overdose or some kind of, chemical overdose from a drug. But the family says that the Metro Police told them the dollar bill had likely been used to cut or store drugs.
Or smuggle them, because I just read that smugglers lace paper to move drugs.
Oh.
Or
But
cash.
the Metro Nashville Police said they didn't see any grains present on the dollar bill, and they took it to the property room to be destroyed. But back in June, the Perry County, Tennessee Sheriff Nick Weems, he put out a warning to the community on social media that has since gained national attention about money with fentanyl found at multiple gas stations. So maybe that's what this was. It was a fentanyl-laced dollar bill. Oh, look, phones are ringing on this.
Oh, my gosh.
Listen, folks, if you want to weigh in, let's go. 800-990-1047. If you want to phone in on this story, 800-990-1047. Line 1. Hi, good morning. Who's this? Dave in Tampa. You there, Dave?
Oh, yeah. I'm here.
Go ahead, Dave.
There's a bunch of TikTok videos that have PSAs talking about this, talking about squared dollar bills that are folded in half twice, and they're containing fentanyl, and they're warning against people picking them up because somebody picked one up to give to her grandchild, and the husband actually found it and opened it and found fentanyl in it.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you think you see a paper currency on the ground, you don't even think twice about it.
Well, listen, you wonder, though, if you're talking about TikTok, and I'm not a fan of TikTok.
God, how are you going to stop your kid from picking up a dollar bill?
Well, hang on. Let's talk about that. But I'm not a huge fan of TikTok because, there's so much, fake crap or staged crap on there. But, even if it is not an actual video that is legit on TikTok, apparently this really does exist because police around Nashville are saying that they have found money that was tainted with fentanyl. Hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Now I'm all freaked.
Now, speaking with Channel 2 in Nashville, the sheriff asked the community to educate their children. If you see money on the ground, leave it. I wouldn't want my child picking up something like that and opening it and inhaling it or whatever. But again, local sheriff is saying that money with fentanyl has been found at multiple gas stations.
Oh, my gosh.
Dr. David Edwards, he's at Vanderbilt, fine institution. He said if you are a child and you pick up a dollar bill that's full of powder and you put your fingers in your mouth, I would say that would be a big risk. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. That's the.
You went to medical school just to tell me that's a big risk?
Yeah.
Anyway, he says simply touching a drug will not cause an overdose, but the risk is concerning. I thought I've heard people that really have gotten really, really sick and OD'd just by contact.
I thought you touch it and then you rub your eyes, you rub your face.
No, just if you touch it with skin. There's that one video of that cop that just gets near it and then almost dies.
Ugh.
There are stories that we've heard. Now, some of those have been dispelled, and I know that there have been cases where officers have claimed that they touched a suspect or they touched something that was contaminated. And I've heard different versions where people claim they absolutely did OD. I think there were stories where cops that they came in contact and they needed the Narcan. But I know that in some cases it's been disputed. But how do you dispute the fact the lady picked up a dollar bill and suddenly she's unconscious and she's numb, and then the husband touches her and then he starts having symptoms?
Did she ever get her dollar?
Fester.
I don't think that the dollar is in their possession. In fact, I think the story said they turned it over to the police in Nashville and
for free.
And it was going to be destroyed by the property room. We do have an update on the newscaster who was slurring. And did we decide, was she drunk? Have we decided?
She was something.
Yeah, so last night I watched the entire half-an-hour YouTube video of the 6 o'clock news in Albany because I was showing my wife, and it was great in an awful way. We fast-forward through the sober weather guy. We didn't care what he had to say. But, yeah, it was a train wreck from start to finish.
I think visually, too, it was just amazing. The hair, the expressions.
Well, she comes back from commercial, and her hair doesn't look as disheveled. So they fixed her hair during commercial break.
They did. Now, the update is, and I think you had a little blurb on this yesterday, that the stations put her on leave, right?
Yes, that's what we saw yesterday, and also some sad rumors that she was taking care of her sick father who passed away a month prior in May and was on leave then and had just come back.
Okay, he passed away in May, and everybody, I feel bad for her for that, but you don't show them to work high.
All right, so the update is that the suspended news anchor up in Albany, New York on CBS 6, WRGB, her name Heather Kovar, again, she's blaming exhaustion for the slurred speech. And I got to be honest, what we witnessed, that doesn't appear to be exhaustion. I mean, that appeared to be some kind of under the influence of either alcohol or drugs. And again, listen, I didn't do a toxicology panel on her, or I didn't give her a breathalyzer.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. But watching that video, it just looks like she was intoxicated. And she was. She was disheveled. She was a wreck. Her hair was all over the place. I mean, just the way she was like drunk. And let me tell you, hey, everybody. I mean, she's on the newscast, live on the air.
Also, people from all over the Northeast and beyond have flocked to downtown Schenectady since the Van Gogh exhibit hit here more than a month ago. Schenectady officials say the attraction
she had that perfect blend of confidence because she was inebriated or drunk or whatever it was, combined with I need to try really hard and be enthusiastic because I have been drinking.
Developing now, we're learning of a massive explosion and large fire at a One Oak plant in Medford, Oklahoma. It's the location of a natural gas terminal that moves natural gas through Kansas and Texas.
All right, does this sound like exhaustion? It's not. I'm sorry.
Of gas are at risk. Evacuations have been ordered for the town of Medford, Oklahoma, with unknown fatalities. Injuries injuries are unknown at this situation. All right. So, hello. Good afternoon. Like I was telling you this morning, if you watched us this morning, starting at 6 a.m.
All right, come on. That's
you
not.
Just see the camera.
It's not exhaustion. Come on.
This apparently is her first day back from her bereavement. She was scheduled to work the whole day on Saturday, and she was replaced for the 11 o'clock shift by another fill-in anchor.
Oh, they suspended her. So she's been suspended. But the other update is that she put out a statement saying, on Friday, I notified the station I would not be renewing my contract, which expires July 31st. I was scheduled to work the early morning 6 a.m. shift, and the evening shift, I was sleep-deprived and exhausted. I'm sorry, that doesn't sound like exhaustion.
News business is tough.
Right. So that's the update, and she has been pulled off the air. I don't know if she was leaving on July 31st anyway. I don't know if she's ever going to make it back on the air. I wonder what her plans are. I wonder what she's going to do.
You know how long she's been with Channel 6?
4 years.
6 years.
I've
been at 6 for 6. Yeah. Give me a 6-pack.
She was down there.
Anyway, I wonder if she had like a new job at a TV station somewhere else. That's why she was quitting. And I wonder if they're going to want her after that whole episode.
Hey, I want you guys to know it's CBS 6. I'm not renewing my contract around here, okay?
This place is
This place sucks.
Stinks.
I hate this place.
You know what, Bobby? I hate you.
Let me tell you something. Craig Gold, meteorologist.
Craig Gold tried to grab my ass one time.
I'll tell you now.
Craig Gold once grabbed your ass?
Yeah, he tried to grab my ass one time.
I'll tell you, this meteorologist makes it all up.
He said to me, he said, you want to feel my gold?
He's like, hey, let me show you my Doppler tower. And I'm like, hello.
Hey, did you see the video of a vice mayor of a Florida town? Did you see the video of this individual getting pulled over for speeding and the encounter that she had
I didn't see
with the police officer?
What, did she drop it? I'm the vice mayor.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
I don't even know or cities had vice mayors. I can't name the vice mayor of any of our local cities.
Well, you have to have a person, vice.
Yeah,
right?
I think you do have a vice mayor of certain places. This is Pompano Beach, Broward County. Anyone ever been to Pompano? Hey, my buddy Vito lives in Pompano.
Hey, Vito.
Yeah, Vito is a good buddy of mine. Anyway, the Pompano Beach, Florida vice mayor is Beverly Perkins, and she is seen on video that was just posted to YouTube last week. She was in a white Audi that was pulled over. The officer tells her that she was driving 15 to 20 miles over the speed limit in 2 separate zones before he finally pulled her over. And then this is what happens. This is the encounter. Here's some audio from the body cam of the officer. Listen.
The speed limit's 40 over here, and it's only 30 on 9 Ave. Driving crazy down the places. You're doing 45 down 9 Ave, and you're doing 60 down here.
So doing 45, I guess, into 30, and then also doing 60?
45?
Look at that. All right, here, listen.
Miss Perkins, you need to slow down, okay? There's going to be a warning system saying I warned you tonight about speeding, okay? You hear what I said? You hear what I said? You gotta slow down. I'm writing you a warning.
All right, so, my God, you're getting a gift. The cop is giving you a warning.
Warn away, officer.
He can easily write you a ticket for, what do we say, 45 in a 30 and like 60 in a 45?
So 2 15 miles over the speed limit in both cases.
I'm trying to play Hurdle with that song. I'm trying to figure it out.
What song? All right, listen to the rest, all right? The cop is saying, ma'am, I'm going to give you a warning.
For speeding tonight, okay?
What's your name?
Officer Naban.
I'm Vice Mayor Beverly Perkins from the city of Pompano Beach.
Okay.
Y'all need to find something better.
Okay.
What'd she say? You need to find someone else to mess with?
No,
something bleeping better to do.
You better find something better effing to do. She says, I'm Vice Mayor Beverly Perkins, and you better find something effing better to do.
Boy, she's abusing her power.
Oh,
Vice Mayor.
Vice Mayor.
She's on a high horse.
What does she think? She's Goldie Wilson or something?
What's going on here?
Vice
Come
Mayor.
on. What are you doing? The guy has pulled you over. You're legitimately speeding. He's cutting you a break by just issuing you a warning. And then you're like rude to the officer. She's got attitude. And then says at the very end, before she pulls off, and she pulls off. Hey, Andrew, can we get the video up on MJMorningShow.com?
This is a crazy video of the officer giving her
It is.
a pass. This is a warning. Hey, listen, you're driving a little crazy. Slow down. Thank you, officer. Sorry, won't happen again. You leave.
Andrew is getting the video up. We'll have this in a few minutes. It'll be up at MJMorningShow.com. MJMorningShow.com. It'll be in the videos that we mentioned section on MJMorningShow.com, and you can see the encounter.
Do you address a vice mayor as vice mayor?
Hello, Vice Mayor.
If I met Vice President Harris, I would address her as Vice President, Madam Vice President. If I ever got to talk to Mayor Castor or Mayor Welch in St. Petersburg or Mayor Hibbard in Clearwater.
Well, first of all, I don't think the officer necessarily knew that it was the vice mayor.
Oh, the vice mayor made it very clear.
But she made it clear that she's the vice mayor and that you need to find something bleeping better to do.
I hate the do you know who I am? MJ, you do that, don't you?
No, I don't.
I saw a video of Drake. He didn't.
Froggy, retract that. I have never done that.
No, never.
I have never. Do you know who I am? I hate that as well. I've never done that.
Have you heard that rapper named Drake?
Yeah, I've heard of that rapper named Drake. He has a mildly successful career.
Yeah, I've heard of him, and I love his snack cakes, Drake's Cakes.
There's a video of him at a house party in L.A., and the guy has the party goes up to him and goes, "Hey man, who invited you?" Like that, and Drake goes, "Do you know who I am?" Right to the guy, and it's like, come on, man, you're Drake. We get it. Even Drake can't get away with that.
Drake's like, I'm the vice mayor of Toronto.
But I think it's funny. Drake shows up at his party. Who invited you?
Jennifer Lopez says that
she does.
Her light. What?
She does the "Do you know who I am?" for
Yeah,
sure.
she's like,
You
I'm
think so?
J-Lo.
From the block.
J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, she says that her life changed after she had a panic attack. Said that it left her going crazy. A life-changing situation. She's 52 years old now. She said there was a time in my life where I used to sleep 3 to 5 hours a night. I'd be on set all day, in the studio all night, doing junkets, filming videos. And this is in the brand new edition of her On the J-Lo newsletter.
Guys, who do you think I get my sleep guidelines from?
Wait a sec. She's got a newsletter?
Yeah, she has a newsletter.
On the J-Lo.
She said I was in my late 20s and I thought I was invincible. And she said she was sitting in her trailer once on set when all the work stress just hit her, coupled with sleep deprivation. And she said it caught up with her. And then she described how she went from feeling totally normal to thinking about what I needed to do. And then all of a sudden, she felt like she couldn't move. And she was having a panic attack.
Why don't you call your 7 assistants and nannies to help you?
She said I was completely frozen. And she said that she was having trouble with her vision. She couldn't see clearly.
That's a migraine that causes you to look, it looks like a kaleidoscope.
But she said she was having a panic attack. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I don't think I've ever had a panic attack.
Well, you're just not prone to them.
Hold on a minute.
I know people who have them all the time.
Hold on. Fester, stop scrolling. Just stop. All right. Roxanne just raised her hand and said that you had a panic attack? Is that what you raised your hand for?
I definitely had panic attacks. I called 911 one time for a panic attack.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
The first time I had a panic attack. I didn't know what it was. You feel like you're having a heart attack.
You couldn't breathe, right?
No.
911, what's your emergency?
I need a lot of hot EMTs at my house. I'm having a panic attack.
You don't sound panicked, ma'am.
Yeah,
you just sound horny.
Why are you laughing? So,
do it in your radio voice.
When was your panic attack?
My first panic attack was in my 20s. And then I had...
But what brought on the panic attack?
I think I was going through a divorce then.
And then you froze up?
Yeah, no, I didn't freeze up. This is what happens to me when I have a panic attack. My ears ring. It all happens in succession. First, you start to hear...
wait a minute. You've got a checklist?
How many
panic attacks have you had?
Probably 10.
When was the last panic attack?
It's probably been 10 years.
I've never had a panic attack.
Yeah, it's very, very unsettling. So first thing that happens, your ears ring. To me, at least. Okay. And you kind of can't catch your breath. At one time, I had a panic attack on air on Rock Riley's show on Bay News 9. One of the first times I filled in.
Why do you have a panic attack on Bay News 9?
Because I don't know. I couldn't get my IFB in right. Just things. I was
were you
living
slurring?
the bad broadcaster.
Hello, everybody. Hey, were you slurring?
No, but one of the other things that happens when you have a panic attack is your mouth gets very dry. So it's hard to talk. You're like mealy mouth, and then your heart races, and you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack. And when I had the EMTs come, when I had the paramedics come to my house, my heart rate was like 120. It was like 120, and normally it's like 50. So
120s. That's walking upstairs. You get 120.
Okay, then maybe
it's not like it's not like 212 or something.
I looked up physical symptoms of a panic attack, and the first thing they say is pounding or racing heart.
That's a big one.
Sweating, chills, trembling, difficulty breathing.
Yes.
Tingly or numbness.
Oh, and also you feel like you're going to pass out, or you do pass out. And so what I actually had to work with this guy. He was a lifesaver. He came.
What flavor? Cherry?
No, lime.
I did a segment with him one time.
I like the tropical pack with the coconut one.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Lifesaver is an underappreciated.
I'm sorry.
The guy from Burger King loves it.
Go ahead, Rox.
Okay, this guy was so nice. I was doing an interview with him, and I told him about my panic attacks off air, and he kind of like did a little hypnotic thing on me. He told me something to do with my hand that I don't normally do. I'm doing it to the screen right now, to the camera right now.
Hold on, you're making like an okay sign,
But
and
with
then
right, he asked me. He said, "Do you ever use this ring finger and do this? Because you would do an okay with your pointer finger touching your thumb, but you would never do an okay."
White supremacist.
So it's the
with the ring finger touching the thumb. He said,
Right.
Do you ever make that motion? I said, "No, never." And he said, "Okay, this
Isn't
is
that
gonna
called the shocker?
stop it,
Hey, Fester,
stop it,
Fester,
guys."
speak. Fester,
I can't.
use your words.
Froggy said everything. It's
Okay.
ring finger to thumb,
Right.
which is
Okay, I don't want to hear about this stuff. I'm trying to tell a medical.
Tell me the shocker that the hypnotist. Never mind.
Stop being
I
a
have
pervert.
no idea what's going on
Yeah,
here.
it's okay. We'll tell you during commercial.
Yeah,
Okay.
Roxanne,
All right.
finish.
Listen, so he told me to make this motion with my hands.
Your fingers, all right.
And then he had me kind of close my eyes. He's like, think of your favorite place to go that's very peaceful. And so he said, now every time you feel your panic coming on, you do that with your hand, and it'll trigger your mind to not have a panic attack because it'll take you to that peaceful
So
place.
if you take your hand and you start touching your ring finger to your thumb in like it's sort of an okay thing,
Yeah, if
that'll stop your panic attack.
only if you've kind of meditated with your fingers like that and pictured a happy, safe place.
He hypnotize you like when you touch your fingers together in the shocker formation, you will relax.
When I clap my hands.
Oh, and Roxanne,
Okay.
you've got some weird stuff going on. That's all I got to
Well,
say.
guess what? I haven't had a panic attack in probably 12 years.
All right. Before we take a break, so Fester has been making fun of Roxanne's garb all day long because Fester thinks that Roxanne looks like I Dream a Genie today or a belly dancer. What is the deal? Describe what's going on.
It's a combination of I Dream of Genie, Jasmine from Aladdin, and every stereotypical belly dancer I've ever heard of or seen in my entire life.
What are you wearing?
All right, Roxanne, stand up.
What's your garb?
Hold on a minute. Stand up.
Is this a violation of HR?
No,
I'm
no,
quite
no.
certain
It's
it's
an
not.
Can we play
observation.
belly dancing music?
I'm up against the clock.
I'm wearing khaki shorts for the 48th
What are
day
you
in a row.
showing your midriff
Hold on.
for, Brittany?
That is like a belly dancer outfit.
Are you not allowed to show? Stop.
No.
Put your phones away.
Listen,
Fester, put your phone away.
Genie in a bottle.
Okay, hold on.
You gotta rub me the right way.
Genie in a bottle.
You answered your own question about appropriateness if you can't take a photograph in public.
It's Roxanne Roxanne, I got to show the audience
Listen.
this.
Roxanne, what are you doing
Listen.
after the show?
Roxanne, seriously, come over here. Come around.
I mean, this is
Come,
weird.
come on.
I mean,
It's-
the skirt
hold on.
is slit all the way to her.
You've got to
hip
see.
joint?
Listen, we work in radio. We wear what? Look at what you're dressed as.
Listen, you got to see Roxanne's like belly dancer genie outfit. All right, come around here. Come over to the
MJ, you're creepy.
all right, come over to the Q105 wall, and I'm going to do a photo shoot. No, drop the sweat.
Now
She's got a sweater. She's
It's
wrapping
like
it
she
around.
dressed up for Halloween
stop.
as Esmeralda over here, and now she's like,
Who's Esmeralda?
Is it like some belly dancing person?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna take a picture of Roxanne, and we'll post it up on our website or maybe social media. All right, hang on. Let me, Fester.
Yeah, okay, but I don't want you to think I'm wrong. You kind of position the whole thing like, Fester, you're very.
What are you doing with the table?
I got to move the credenza away from the wall.
You're very creepy,
hang
Fester.
on. I'm taking a picture now. Right. All right, here we go.
Okay, and after this picture, have Fester do the same thing with his shirt.
Now he's like on the floor.
Okay,
hold on. Are you ready?
whoa. So, MJ, but the skirt portion of it, Froggy, it's slit all the way up to her hip, and then she has her gut I out.
Show us happy.
All right. I just took pictures of Roxanne.
And now she's like,
Thank you, Herbert.
in her
Perfect
genie
pictures.
outfit. I just took the picture, and
This is my summer wardrobe.
Okay, yes. Roxanne informed me 8 weeks ago that she is now into her summer wardrobe.
Showing
However,
a lot of tummy there.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I didn't know there was a tummy dress code here at the radio
I didn't know
station.
you were doing the entertainment between courses at Arabian Nights Dinner Theater, okay?
In France, where they wear no underpants.
For your entertainment, we have the beautiful Roxanne, everybody. Roxanne.
It's racist.
All right, here's the deal. I've just taken a photo of Roxanne in the outfit. We will post it on mjmorningshow.com in just a few minutes.
You're so thirsty, bro.
Yeah. Thirst trap photos with Roxanne, ladies and gentlemen.
Thirst trap
Set
Tuesday.
your expectations low.
Thirst trap Thursday.
On the belly dancer outfit that Rox is wearing this morning. All right, we'll have it up, and we'll give you details in a second. All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on a Tuesday. We're also giving away, before the end of the show, a $50 PDQ gift card. So stand by on PDQ's Day. We'll give you a $50 PDQ gift card. Just listen. We'll tell you exactly when to phone in. The Holland Group... Froggy, Roxanne. 9:34. All right, a lot of stuff to roll here. Now, Andrew is the picture of Roxanne in her little I Dream a Genie belly dancer outfit that Fester's been ragging on all day. Is that currently available to watch and see on MJMorningshow.com?
It will in just a couple of minutes.
Okay. And
to view.
All right, let me know when it's up, when you can view the image of Roxanne in the belly dancer outfit.
It's like they just opened up the first Spirit Halloween store.
Yep.
Getting ready for Halloween coming up in a couple of months. And Roxanne was the first one there and bought the belly dancer
for someone who doesn't care much about fashion, as is seen in the way you dress every day, you certainly haven't thought of a lot of good ways to describe my clothes.
Oh, good one, Violet. You're turning Violet.
Okay, first of all, everything you're saying is true.
Oh, man.
However,
Doesn't work.
Listen, she's sitting here charming snakes on the side.
We'll let you know when the Roxanne outfit of the day. You know, that might be a good little...
It might be a thing.
Might be a good bit. The Roxanne outfit of the day.
No, Thirst Trap Thursday.
Thirst Trap Thursday.
It's Tuesday.
It's yeah.
We should do the Froggy outfit of the day so you can see his 4 Hurley shirts on rotation.
Simone Biles recently was awarded this.
Oh!
Yes, Froggy.
Gold medal.
No.
She wasn't? Are you telling me I'm lying?
Simone Biles was recently awarded this. Fester. Roxanne, anybody.
Some mental health award, because didn't she back out of the Olympics because of mental health or something?
She had a little bit of a crisis. Was that like a panic attack that she had?
Yeah.
Probably more than a panic attack.
All right, so listen. Simone Biles, Olympic gymnast, she is just back from receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She got that is the highest civilian honor that you can get
All right.
in the United States.
I'm all for her winning it.
The Presidential Medal of Freedom, she got this last week. You know, Denzel Washington, he was also awarded, but, you know, he couldn't be there because he's all frigged up with COVID.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
What has he done lately?
Denzel. He couldn't be there. Who else got
John McCain got it.
John McCain posthumously.
He didn't go either.
He was not available to go, but I think there were like 17 or 20, whatever it was. So Simone Biles is 4'8", as you know. She's a tiny little thing. Simone Biles, 4'8", 25 years old. You're not going to believe this.
How tall is she?
4'8". On her way home from receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom, she had an interaction with a flight attendant. The flight attendant tried to give her a coloring book because she thought she was a little girl.
Oh, my God. Well, she is little.
I mean, I can't say I fault the flight attendant that much.
She's 4'8".
Yeah, so, that's what we said.
She's
we said the three. I said it, and then Fester even asked again.
Oh.
And can I ask what you listen to in those headphones over there, Roxanne? What do you got going on over there?
She's listening to snake charmer music.
MJ,
today.
I just looked it up.
How tall is she?
4'8".
Is she really? I didn't know that. She's only 4'8".
Yeah, but here's the part you guys don't know about Simone Biles, and I don't think anybody's reported on this yet. Her height is 4'8".
You're telling me what?
Yes.
Stop.
She was on board her flight leaving Washington, D.C., and the flight attendant thought she was a little girl and asked her if she wanted a coloring book.
And she's like, I have 6 gold medals. I just won the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
The only coloring I do is gold.
She said, no, I'm good. I'm 25. That's hysterical.
She's only 25.
Oh, man. Yeah, she was on a flight from D.C., and she was heading home to Texas where she lives when the little age mix-up happened.
Well,
and
she's going to like that mix-up the older she gets.
Yeah, the flight attendant thought she was like 6.
You want a little airplane pen, little girl?
Yeah. Hey, heads up. We're going to give away the PDQ $50 gift card here in just a second. I got a lightning round I got to get to in a moment. I've got, is it Jeff? Is Jeff on again? Hey, is this Jeff from PDQ?
It is. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Folks, Jeff Camus, marketing guru, PDQ. Hey,
Hi, Jeff.
I'm about to give away the PDQ $50 gift card in a few minutes. Hey, thanks for dropping off the PDQ here on PDQ's Day. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all that great food this morning.
We are. Now, we're going to have Derek Brooks call in sometime this week, and you guys have hooked up with Derek Brooks, and this is a pretty good deal because, Derek Brooks, certainly a Tampa Bay treasure. This guy, not only a phenomenal former Buccaneer, but has really done a lot to give back to the community. And now PDQ has hooked up with Derek Brooks Charities, and through August 7th, you can round up your check. So let's say your check at PDQ is $12.62. You can round it up to $13, and that change will go to Derek Brooks Charities, right, Jeff?
That's correct. Yep. So every location here in the Bay Area is actually 30 locations that are participating in all of Central and West Florida. And just like you said, MJ, you can round up your check, or you can make an additional donation. And 100% of every dollar that we raise from now until August 7th will go back to support Derek Brooks Charities and all the work that they're doing with youth in our community.
So what you round up, every bit of that goes to Derek Brooks Charities, providing educational programs, opportunities for youth of Tampa Bay. The programs funded by Derek Brooks Charities help inspire young people toward education, empowerment, and it helps to solidify, embolden their future. So it's really a good operation. Jeff, good job hooking up with Derek, and we'll have him on the air, I think, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. So we're looking forward to that. What was that jingle? What was that song? Remember there was that old...
The United Way commercial.
Yeah, United Way. Who's my favorite player?
Mr. Derek Brooks.
Mr. Derek Brooks.
We got to find that. Can you dig that up? Yeah. Who's your favorite player? And he's on a bus, right? And the kids are all singing.
Yeah, on the school bus. It's hilarious. It's a great commercial.
Oh, we got to dig that up when we have Derek on. I just remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Jeff, hey, great to have you on. Anything else PDQ-wise? Oh, the new Brooksville store just opened up on Sunday.
We did, and there's actually something tomorrow I want to mention if we got a second here. So tomorrow is National French Fry Day, and tomorrow at all of our locations you can get our special waffle fry shake, which it's a chocolate shake with a waffle fry inside, and then we're also going to mix it up, and then we're going to throw a waffle fry on top for you. So I know people love dipping their waffle fries and shakes and even our sauces, and so tomorrow that'll be all day to celebrate National French Fry Day.
Sounds perfect to me. Jeff Camus, marketing at PDQ. Great to have you on. And we'll give away a PDQ gift card in moments here on the MJ Morning Show. Jeff, we'll chat with you soon.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too, Jeff. All right, lightning round here. A couple of things. I had no idea. Tom Hanks' son, Chet, has a raging cocaine addiction?
He has a son named Chet?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the guy who has the Jamaican accent, and he's a rapper.
Really?
Listen, if you name your kid Chet, you might just be asking for your kid to have a cocaine addiction.
Go hand in hand.
Isn't that the guy from Weird Science, the bully?
Oh, that's right, Chet, who gets turned into the giant, the
brother.
Yeah, the bullying brother, Chet, right?
So
you butthead.
That's all I think of.
Yeah,
Chet.
The son's name is Chester. They call him Chet for short.
I remember one of the firefighters in the TV show Emergency was named Chet, I believe.
Hey, Chet.
Squad 51. Squad 50. Remember that? That was one of my favorite shows growing up. We gotta expand on this tomorrow. But Tom Hanks' kid has a raging cocaine addiction and apparently is accused of assault by his ex-girlfriend.
He's no Colin.
Well, that's some crazy stuff right there, I tell you. I'm just looking. We have so much stuff for tomorrow already that we got to put on. Hey, and good news, Florida seeing the biggest drop in gas prices. Among the United States, among the states in the country, Florida is seeing the biggest drop in gas prices.
Why?
So,
because we're cool.
Yay.
Yeah, what makes Florida different than anywhere else in the country?
Yeah, we've dropped 48 cents per gallon since the middle of last month. So there we go. I mean, still, listen, gas is just still ridiculously high, but it is starting to go down. Thank goodness. All right, what do you say? We give away that PDQ $50 gift card. Let's go with caller 25 right now. Caller 25 PDQ gift card right now, $50, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you call a 25 $50 PDQ gift card right now. Hey, before we roll,